And we are live. What's good, Charles? Your man, Dale Saint. Welcome. So I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling out there? Hope all is well. Hope your Tuesday is going all right. Mm. I'm just looking at there it is. I was looking at my feed to make sure everything is cool. Everything looks cool. Audio is good. Yo, um, yeah, man. I was finally split off and did my first live on Downrange podcast on his own YouTube channel. Figured out how to get the StreamYard to work, and it took me longer than anticipated to find the time to sit down and do it. But I got it done, and I did a live today. So on for the political stuff, if you guys like the political stuff, check us out over on Downrange Podcast. We're on YouTube. I'll put the link in here just so you guys can, have it. We've already had people join and come over. We got like 14 subscribers over there, which is cool. And it's all politics. Like that's all we talk about. It's politics and political um ramifications of policy and this and that. We talk about a bunch of politics with respect to racism and systemic racism and sexism and ageism and all the isms over there. And that's all we're doing over there. That's all we're doing. So I'll be during the daytime, sometime between 9 in the morning and 1 in the afternoons, Monday through Thursday, maybe even Monday through Friday. I'll be doing downrange podcast stuff. And hopefully you guys can make it over. Right? Hopefully you guys can make it over. I'm going to put the link in the description. That's what I'm doing now. That's why it looks that's why I look occupied trying to do two things at once. Y'all know it's hard for an old man to do these things. And there it is right there. So you could just hit that link, go over to Downrange Podcast, and I'm over there on, like I said, Monday through Friday, sometime in the morning to early afternoon, talking politics. That's all I'm gonna do. And yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. It's good times. So today over here on I Really Want to Know, man, we're gonna keep talking about this manosphere and all these different pills. There's a new pill out there, man, that is new to me. This YouTuber's been out here a while, but his content is new to me, and he has come up with a brand new pill. It's called the Clear Pill. So yeah, let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. That never gets old. Shout out to Shushu. Shout out to Shushu for hooking a brother up. That's for you, love. I love my intro. Eventually, we're going to help Shushu and see if we can get an intro for the Downrange podcast, but we got time over there. Intro and outro over there, but we got time. So yeah, man, what is the Clear Pill? Right? Well, the Clear Pill was created by a guy named Adam Lane Smith. Again, people in the manosphere, people in the red pill world, people like who've been following YouTube for a long time, they've heard this name. I haven't. This brother right here is new to me. Adam Lane Smith. Yeah, who is he? He is a popular online attachment specialist with over 250,000 followers across his social media platforms. He consults internationally with CEOs, investors, entrepreneurs, executives, military veterans, and engineers to solve their attachment issues and improve their relationships. And that's just off the internet. I just typed in his name and that's what popped up. I think he's a you have psychiatrists and you have I don't know. He's the guy that'll go help you work stuff out, but he can't prescribe medicine, whatever that one is. I forget. I think that's what I know. He's an author. I know he's written some books, at least one. I've heard him talk about the books. Uh, and yeah, he came up, he popped in my feed. Actually, I did a search. I just typed in a search on Red Pill, and he came up. Um, and this video came up from Red Pill to Clear Pill. And yeah, I was like, you know what? I sat down, I checked it out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this today. I'm going to talk about this today. All these different pills. You know what I mean? Red pill, clear pill, purple pill, blue pill, banana pill. You got all these different pills out here, man. And you know, red pill is the one people, I guess red pill is the bad guy right now. Everyone's talking about red pill. Ooh, red pill is bad. Look out. Don't, stay away from the red pill. Yeah, it is what it is. Um, all these different pills have similarities. Um, and it all boils down to one thing. Men are struggling out here in the sexual marketplace. Men are struggling out here in Western societies, first world nations, when it comes to meeting women and having meaningful relationships. There's a lot of pitfalls out there. It seems the laws are against you. It seems that, if you have anything, you could get wrecked. You can lose half your stuff. You can lose your house. You can lose your kids. You become very, very jaded. All this stuff is part of it, right? Men are looking for answers. And there are a lot of people out there trying to help them find a solution that works for them. So I don't have a problem with any of these pills or whatever. Whatever you think you need, whatever is going to help you become the better person, is going to get you where you need to be as a man. And if that pill helps you, then swallow it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Just swallow it. We got the Knights in the building. Brother Jack's up in this piece. What's good, fam? What's good, fam? So, it is what it is. But are there opportunities out there for people to make money? Yep. Sure is. And there's a lot of that going on. I don't knock anybody's hustle. Go out there, do what you're going to do, get your money, do your thing, whatever that may be, do it. You know what I mean? Whatever you can handle. Just remember, all money ain't good money. And if you hurt somebody, man, don't be mad if they come back and find you. That's all I got to say about that. Don't be mad if that comes back and bites you in the butt. But if you're out there, you're a man and you're suffering, you're trying to figure it out, listen to what all these people have to offer. Listen to it all and choose what works best for you. That's my take on this whole thing. So this dude right here, Adam Lane Smith, he has a different take on it. I mean, we're gonna let him say. You're gonna hear from his mouth, right? We're gonna let him say what he has to say. His take on what's going on today. And when I'm listening to this, brother, when I watch this, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is all red pill stuff, right? To me, what is red pill? Red pill is simply the awareness that the world isn't what you thought. It is the awareness that good guys do in fact finish last. It is the awareness that you can get wrecked by the laws in America when it comes to marriage. It is the awareness that women want the best they can get. Men want the best they can get as well. To me, that's all red pill is. Right? The red pill is you understand the situation on the ground and you accept it. That's the red pill. The red pill is, dude, the Disney fairy tale is just that, a fairy tale. Right? To me, that's what the red pill is. That's it. Full stop. Nothing else. All this other stuff that goes on with the way other people take this information and how they use the information, man, that is on the individual. Just understand how it works. And most men don't understand how it works. Even the guys in that community, the guys in the Mano Swamp, the guys of the red pillars, they don't understand what's really going on. They just want to get a woman in their life. They want a wife. They want a long-term serious relationship. They want someone to recognize them, to see them, right? To want to be with them. They want someone they can smash. Right? They're tired of being an invisible person. That's what that is. And If they can get help, right, and be seen through the manosphere, through the red pill, through the clear pill, through whatever pill, then so be it. Right. But are there bad actors? Yeah, absolutely. Does the message gets twisted up and all this other kind of stuff? Yeah, it does. You know, are there dudes out there who get upset when they understand these facts? Yeah. Who are they mad at? Are they mad at the women? Or they mad at society? Or they mad at themselves? Or they mad at other men? Probably all of them. Right? They don't know what to do with that anger. They get frustrated. Then they wind up in these different pills. No, now I'm a black pillar. Now I'm a MGTOW guy. You know, Wheat Waffles has all the answers. No, Fresh and Fit has all the answers. No, Just Pearly Thing has all the answers. No, it's whatever podcast. No, it's, you know, it's this person, it's that person, it's those people. It's all about you, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about you. You get the information you need to help you to become the person you want to be better, right? To be seen. This information is out there. You take what you need from it and you leave the rest, right? You eat all the meat, you spit out the bones. Hopefully you learn something, you move forward, and hopefully you become successful, no matter what road you decide to take, right? That's my take on it. That's how I look at it. But let's get into the video. So yeah, this video is entitled From Red Pill to Clear Pill. Again, this is Adam Lang Smith. And apparently this, like I said, this guy's been around a long time. He's been in this space long enough to have people dox him and, you know, get his channel taken down and, you know, have beef with whoever's out there. He talks about Rollo Tomasi a lot. I've never heard Rollo talk about him, but I'm sure he has. Maybe Rollo's made reference to him, but didn't have to use his name because I'm new to this world. I don't know all the backstories, but it's not, like I said, I've never heard Rollo holler this man's name, but this man is definitely holler Rollo's name. So let's get into it. Let's check this out.
Men are dying. The red pill ideology, on one hand, is a mental Jonestown. It's a cult of fear and spiritual death. And if you're trapped in it, and if it's leading you places you don't want to go, or if you've been studying it and like some of what they say, but you're horrified by the way that they dehumanize women, this video's for you. On the other hand is blue pill thinking, pretending that being a good boy is going to keep you safe and earn you sex. That weakness is naivete. It's going to get you destroyed. If you want to become a man of honor in a world that fosters cowardice, this video is also for you. Today, I'm going to give you the alternative path that you've been looking for, one that acknowledges the problems that do exist and gives you better solutions for much better relationships. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Adam Lang Smith, your attachment specialist, ready to help you make sense of relationships in a world filled with confusion and distrust.
All right, so you can see right off rip where it's coming from. He's saying, all right, you got two choices. You could be a red pill bad. You could be blue pill guy, blue pill bad. You know what I mean? Or come with me over here and I'm going to show you the way. Right. And of course, there's going to be courses. I'm sure there's, you know, counseling sessions and coaching lessons and courses and all that good stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Get your money. Right. Get your money, bro. But I can tell when I watch this video that he's coming across, man, real soft, like, oh, are you okay? Come here. You sit down. Are you fine? You want some lemonade? He's coming from that world. All right, that's cool. Some people need that. I don't operate well in that world, and I don't engage like that. Me, I'm like, you know, get your shit together. Let's go. Pick up your gear. Follow me. You know what I mean? Oh, you broke your leg, rub some dirt on it. Tie it up. Let's go. You got shot. Yeah, plug some dirt, put some dirt in it, plug the hole, and let's move on. You know what I mean? That's the world I'm from. But whatever helps, helps. You know what I mean? There's no bad to it, right? It's your choice. What works for you. But I hear that a lot about the red pill. All these red pill guys hate women. I don't know where they get that from. I just don't. The red pillars, because they'll say they hate women and then they'll call them womanizers. Like, well, which is it? The black pill people, I can see that. Like the black pillars, the incels, I can see that. Yeah, maybe they do hate people. Maybe they do hate women. But the red pillars, at least the guys I've been talking to, I don't think they hate women. They know they have to go in a certain way to be successful with women. And what you call success, like whatever your mission is, right? I get that part. Like, well, if your mission is to go in here and just have sex and just smash a bunch of women, that's one thing. And if that's what you call successful, you can find that over there in the red pill. But if your mission is to go in and have a relationship, you can find that too. There are a lot of, like I said, most guys, they just want one woman. They're not trying to have a bunch of women. They don't want to run rotations. They just want to have a successful relationship with one woman. That's what most of the men that I've come across in this space, that's really what they want. You got some guys out there who will talk the talk. They want to seem cool and, yeah, I want to spin plates. Man, no, they don't. And if they try, it doesn't last long. They want one woman, but they will forget everything they've learned and everything that they've seen while on this journey and still wind up with a woman who winds up with the upper hand because they forget about the lessons learned and they fall hard for the Disney fairy tale. But to say that they hate women, nah, I don't see that.
Today, we're addressing a pervasive issue that I've been increasingly concerned about. It seems that more and more men are getting caught in the treacherous waves of red pill ideology, which promises them empowerment but leads them down a path of isolation and bitterness. Now, from personal struggles as a man in today's world to over a decade spent studying men's movements like the red pill, to the stories shared with me by countless men out there, I can tell you that this path is fraught with peril. But sticking your head in the sand and pretending there are no problems or that being a good boy is going to keep you safe is equally destructive.
Yeah, he wants to balance and walk that line between the two worlds. Right. He understands there's a problem out there and he's been through it. He's probably been wrecked. He gets it. Right. This guy obviously knows how to talk to women. He said he's married. He has a bunch of kids. It worked out for him. He's out of California, which California is his own dimension out there. You know what I mean? Boy, it is what it is. And it's gotten worse everywhere. You know, when it comes to family law, like some of the worst courts in the nation are in Florida when it comes to family law. And he had, you know, to his credit, this guy right here, he acknowledges it. He's like, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. But he's trying to balance the two worlds. He showed a picture of Andrew Tate. I don't know why people show Andrew Tate like, oh, Andrew Tate hates women. No, he doesn't. You know what I mean? Dude's out there doing his thing. You know, we'll get into that a little bit later, but these dudes who are out here thinking they got to be hard and this callous individual, and they think that's what Andrew Tate is. He's not. Tate's not that guy. Tate's simply aware. He knows what he wants. He's done the work. He's built himself up. He's put himself in a position where women want him, and he gets to choose. He gets to choose. And whatever he chooses is up to him and the women that want to deal with him. You feel me? Let's continue.
There are genuine dangers that you need to keep aware of and plan for. So let's dissect this complex problem and navigate towards a solution that breeds happiness and genuine connection instead of fear. Yes, there is hope in this world, and red pill isn't it. Neither is blue pill thinking. It's a new pill that I'm proposing today. So let's get into it. To set the stage for our exploration today, let's step back in time a moment to the birth of the red pill ideology. Originating in the murky corners of the internet around 2012, the red pill community grew exponentially, captivating minds with its stark representation of relationships and gender dynamics, modeled after that reality revealing red pill moment from the Matrix movie, right? Which one? Now, I will say this. Red Pill was one of the first groups to really acknowledge that life sucks for modern men. From divorces that ruin men's finances to family courts taking away custody from fathers for little to no reason, with women getting all the sympathy while male suffering is forgotten, with men struggling to find worthy female partners for dating, with men being told to shut up by society and that their concerns don't matter, with men afraid that they have to perform for women's approval, with boys being driven to suicide by the absolute despair that society is heaping on top of them, and with nobody caring enough to listen, men have had it very hard. The male suicide rate right now is exploding out of control, and very few people want to talk about it. Boys are so far behind girls in both school and college that boys are becoming second-class citizens.
Like when you listen to some of this stuff, man, like he sounds like a red pillar to me. Right? You listen to like boys are behind. Um, Men have historically been wrecked in the family law system. Women do tend to get custody the vast majority of the children, the vast majority of the time. Women generally do receive alimony, child support, right? Get the house. This is just, like I said, he's seen it firsthand. He's seen his own friends and his own life, anecdotally speaking, get crushed. He's seen all this, so he gets it. But like but his tone is like, well, but don't be careful, don't fall to the dark side. You know what I mean? It's like the red pill is the dark side of the force, the blue pill, is the light side, I guess. And he was like, come to the gray side. I guess he's a gray Jedi for all you sci-fi nerds out there. He's trying to find that he wants to be the alternative to both. Come over here and let me help you out and help me. I can show you the way without all the toxicity, right? Which, that's another thing too. I guess men are toxic these days. You know what I mean? Brother Jackson saying turn the bell on and make sure to like the video. Please do. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. We got Last Good Man in Jersey in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you. You know what I mean? Brother Cody is King is also in the building. What's good, fam? There is only red and blue, reality and illusion. If it's not red, it's blue. All this other color stuff is all clown shite and are distorting the metaphor. I agree. I'm a zeros and one type of dude. It's one way or the other. I see it. I see it like in the movie. You know what I mean? Neo saw the Matrix for what it was. He saw the code and others didn't. Yeah, brother Lou's in the building. What's good, fam? Like, there's another pill. Yeah, somebody just started the clear pill, bro. He just started the clear pill. So, and that's this guy right here, Adam Lane Smith. For the red pill OGs, for the Manosphere OGs, you guys probably know him. This is all new to me. I didn't know about this guy until 4 hours ago. And I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. So let's get back into it.
And men feel like second-class trash in America. Now, the red pill started off as a place for men to discuss these ideas. But through the years, it morphed into a place where men with severe attachment issues came to complain about women. Especially, it boiled down to lonely and injured men being vulnerable to new ideologies because they were raised with severe insecurities and they tried to please women. They did this through submission and manipulative means. And when they attracted manipulative, controlling, abusive, disloyal, or hurtful women, especially women with severe personality disorders, they did not recognize that their means of attraction and bonding were flawed. And they blamed all women in the world for being evil and unloving.
I mean, that part right there, dude, everyone's been hurt in life. Every man, every woman on planet Earth, every boy, every girl, everyone's been hurt. It's how you deal with that pain that defines you. Right. And we're living in an era now where everyone is, I guess, raised to believe that it's rainbows and candy canes out here. Right. And I chalk all that up to the everyone gets a trophy, the timeout generation. No one has been held to account for their actions at any level anymore. When I grew up back in the 70s, best believe you did something wrong, you had to deal with it. Best believe you did something right, you probably had to deal with it. Doing the right thing sometimes got you hurt. But we learned this early on, right? We also learned that winners were winners and losers were losers. And if you know what I mean? If you want to win, you got to go out there and work for it and win. Period. No cheat codes. But all this, everyone gets a trophy stuff, man. Participation awards. You know what I mean? You can't hit little Jim. You can't hit little, little Sarah when they mess up. Can't give them a little no. Can't give them a firm little no. Don't do that. And people think that wasn't gonna have any ramifications down the road. These kids grow up, you turn them loose as adults into this world, and then they realize quick, fast, and in a hurry that you can in fact be a loser. Yeah, it takes work to do this. If you want to get a dime, it takes work to get a dime. If you're a woman, you want to get yourself a high value man, a top tier man, you're gonna have to work at it, not just to get him, because he'll love to smash you, but to keep him. It's a different game for the genders. It's the female's game and male game is two different things. So the problem isn't the red pill or the knowledge that comes with that awakening, right? The problem is people believe or they feel that they deserve what they haven't earned. That's the problem. I want to be retired like you. Well, were you an air traffic controller? No. Hey, but I still want to be retired like you. I'm sorry, man. You chose what you chose. I chose what I chose. I mean, yeah, guys out here living in their mama's basement, man. They're fat. They don't know how to talk to folks. They're socially awkward. They don't have any skills that women find interesting, and they want to dime. Well, I want a baddie. Well, bro, you better start doing some sit-ups, start doing some push-ups, hit the gym. You know what I mean? Take a shower, get yourself groomed up, get a haircut, go get some clothes that fit you, get them nice and tailored up, and learn how to talk to people. Because it's a long, hard road to that baddie over there. It's a long, hard road. So it is what it is, brother Lou. He doesn't strike me as someone who knows women very well. I got that same vibe when I was watching it, bro. I mean, maybe he's coming off soft for, for the pod or whatever, for YouTube, but he's married. He has a bunch of kids. But what does that mean? You know what I mean? It is what it is, but I feel you. Let's continue.
Then they joined forums and they passed on these beliefs to other men who absorbed them like a sponge because it seemed to explain all their hurts. Now, red pill ideology borrows heavily from evolutionary psychology. It uses the evolution of male and female gender roles and said brain types, which sounds really good, and I agree with that stuff too. But then it twists these to claim that all women in the world exhibit the characteristics of born.
That's not true. All women exhibit the characteristics of borderline personality disorder. The red pill. I haven't heard that. Right. And then if someone were to say that, okay, that's some of those are the bones you spit out. I don't agree with that. All of them. Like, dude, I mean, nah, not all. No. There's guys in the red pill like, yeah, all women are bad. It's not that women are bad. You just have to understand female nature. Just like you need to understand male nature. If you're a female out here trying to move, you need to understand that. This is how the world works. Everybody's not honest. It's not all rainbows and candy canes. To me, that's the red pill. Scare tactics. He's talking about the scare tactics that the red pill uses, but he's using scare tactics right here. You know what I mean? And Brother Cody's right. Dishonest attack right there, right off rip.
Borderline personality disorder. And that all women are just seeking to manipulate, to exploit, and betray the men in their lives, all for personal gain. Red pill men are encouraged, therefore, to become more hardened emotionally to prevent themselves from ever being vulnerable to women, and also to become manipulative themselves in order to exploit women for sex. You use her fear of abandonment to control her and then coerce sex from her. Then you use that fear to get her to accept that you're going to do the same to several other women. And if she complains, she gets dropped in the gutter. But ultimately,
I don't understand where he gets this. I don't understand where he gets this. You look at someone like Myron Gaines, right? Myron will say, hey, man, women only get in line when there's a line or something like that. Like, you got to, let them know they can be easily replaced. I get the mentality behind that. I do. I get the mentality behind that. Is he saying this is how you should be? No. He's just giving you a technique. Like, man, you can do this. I'm here to tell you. We talked about this the other day. I think we talked about it yesterday. If you go out and you surround yourself with beautiful women, and every time you go out to wherever you are, you have beautiful women around you, other women will take notice. Like, who is that guy? Men will take notice as well. Like, that'll get you into a lot of rooms, right? That's a passcode to get you next to the top tier guys for networking purposes. Maybe that's going to lead to some business opportunities down the road, because if you're always with beautiful women who are not embarrassing you, who are dressed appropriately, they're not coming off like the 304 wearing a thought uniform, none of that. They're in there, they look sexy, they dress well, they can hold a conversation, they make you look good, right? If you got a bunch of women like that around you, other women are going to want to holler at you, if only to find out who the hell you are. Like, how did you manage this? it is hard to get women. It's hard. It's really difficult to get women. So if you have access to top tier women, women who are beautiful, sought after, they're feminine, they're not going to embarrass you, bro, you the man. So if you're dating and you're sought after by a bunch of women and you know this, you have options. You could tell women like, yo, I dig you. I want to be with you. But if you mess up, I'm going over here. These are the things I won't tolerate. You could tell them however you want to tell them. You can tell them up front. Like, you be bold about it. You can allude to it. You can use stories and metaphors, but you get the point across. I have options, love. So if she start tripping, no problem. Hey, I'm going to this event. I want you to come with me. Blah, blah, blah. And she starts going into no or just giving you a hard time. Fine. Go holler at your team. You still going to the event. You're going to go with your team. And then the last second, oh, I want to go now. Sorry, love. I got my team with me. I'll hit you when I'm done. That's not being manipulative. That's just you doing your thing. That's you refusing to accept the BS that comes along with dating. It's a lot of it out there. Women got to accept BS from dudes, and dudes, there's a lot of BS out there from women. You want to cut through that. So I don't see that as manipulation. I really don't. I think that's just understanding of the game. And if you lock that in, you're going to have a better odds. Doesn't guarantee you success. You're just going to have better odds. That's just the bottom line. That's hilarious. Brother Cody said this guy has a IV drip of soy below his desk. He probably, there's a lot of people out there who just can't handle the realness of being a man and having to produce. Some guys need this. They need that nurturing. This is like a dude who's providing that type of nurturing, right? Wearing a jacket, I'm starting to notice that a lot of these guys are wearing suits and nice, jackets and stuff like that, which is fine. I put on nice suits and ties when I go out, but I'm not going to do it here. Here, y'all going to get my Mighty Mouse or my my Voltron shirt or my G.I. Joe or something like that. You know what I mean? But, when I'm out and about, I don't dress like this. When I'm out in the real world doing stuff, I got on the tie. You know what I mean? Nice vest, a suit, some nice hat, shoes, all the accessories. That's all part of that red pill awakening. That's all part of being a man. Like, and some people were taught that. My father would dress nice when he went out. I saw my dad put on suits. And if you get pictures of my dad when he was younger and you compare that to pictures of me, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The hats I wear, the clothes that I wear, the style that I have, a lot of that I got from my dad. A lot of dudes didn't have access to their fathers. They didn't have uncles and stuff like that. They didn't. And the men that were around them were kind of like this dude. You know what I mean? A little on the soft side. I'm a little, oh no, we can all be winners. Just come over here and, win one for the Gipper. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people need that, but I'm, again, like I do it different. I do it a little different. Brother Lou, here he go with Color Purple taking points. Color Purple talking points. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, that color. Yeah, I is pretty. I is smart. Some people need that. Brother Pitney's in the building. What's good, fam? He's probably referring to Dread Game, but even so, he's mischaracterizing it. Yeah, yes, he is taking aspects of what, again, some of this came from the whole nagging and pickup culture thing. All that stuff comes into play. Again, you take the meat, you leave the bones. You know what I mean? Oh, what's good? Brother Jason in the building. What's good, fam? Detroit with the big win over Kansas City, bro. I thought of you when they did that, man. Last Thursday, 1-point game. What's good with you, bro? You know what I mean? I'm glad you're here. I am the single ones in the building. What's good, love? How you feeling? What's good, love? Maybe I can get you to come up on this panel. I'm gonna drop the link tonight. Maybe I can get you to come up on the panel a little bit later. I am the single one. Appreciate you coming through here. Hey guys, go check out her stuff, man, because she breaks down Chicago in a way I haven't seen before. The culture in Chicago looks really cool, man, especially the music and all that. And I'm telling you guys, for single men, that's the come up. When you go out there, spoken word, R&B, jazz. There's a new jazz joint that's kind of out here in Tampa. kind of close to downtown Tampa that just opened. I'm gonna have to go check that out Saturday. It's like a lounge, it's supposed to be like live band. They're doing like proper jazz, like traditional jazz. I'm excited to go down there and check it out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like Brother Jack, I want to see Unc and Gucci. I don't rock Gucci, man. Like I said, all my stuff is custom. I don't really rock that. I'm not a big brand guy, but you know, my glasses are Prada. I chalked that up to my cousin back in the late 90s. She bought me a pair of Prada glasses, and ever since then, I've had to have a pair of Prada glasses. I keep it, I just wear it when I drive. But yeah, you'll see me in, Louboutin, bro. You'll see me in Ferragamo. You know what I mean? You'll see me with I'll wear Prada shirts and stuff every now and then. But I'm not really big on brands. And if I'm wearing Gucci, it won't be all over me. It won't be like I won't be a walking billboard for Gucci. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is, bro. Brother D's in the building. Can I get some podcast? What's good, fam? What's up with you? Glad you came through here. and Brother Lou, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, unathletic stepbrother, Asia Rodgers, man, y'all crazy. Aaron Rodgers, man, what was that? Was that an Achilles or was it just a high ankle sprain? Because he 4 plays and he was out. I'm surprised the Jets were able to hold on and win that game. That defense was stifling. That was stifling. I'm gonna have to pick a day and talk about football. We got to talk about football. We got to talk about Coach Prime. We got to talk about my Bengals losing to Cleveland. I'm still mad about that. We got Baltimore this week. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. We got to talk about all this stuff. Kansas City losing to Detroit. It's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. I am the single one. She's like, warning, I am a single advocate. I ain't mad at you, love. I ain't mad at you at all. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. And Brother Jason, boy, listen, he know what time it is. He ain't missing a beat. Better look out, I'm the single one. Better look out, I'm the single one. They up in here, girl. But I'm so glad you were here. You know what I mean? And Brother Jack, like, I got Prada cologne, definitely worth it, bro. I got all sorts of cologne, man. We'll do another cologne show. Yeah, Creed is popping right now, man. Like, Creed is just amazing. And women love a man who smells good. If you look good and you smell good, bro, you don't even have to talk if you play it right. If you play it. Brother Lou says Achilles. Oh, he's out for the season. Oh, my goodness. They just invested all that money. He's gone for bam. Too bad. But enough football. Let's get back to this, man. This brother right here from red pill to clear pill, the stuff that he's talking about, I'm hearing a little bit of the scare tactics. But I mean, honestly, if you really take the red pill for what it is, it's simply an awakening. It's simply understanding that it's not as easy as you think it is when it comes to dating. Even someone like I Am the Single One, a beautiful sister, hardworking, got her stuff together, don't even want to deal with it. That tells you a lot right there, right? It's not just men going their own way. Women are opting out too. It's so difficult. And a lot of that has to do with society. A lot of that has to do with technology. You look at what's going on with dating apps, which is a trap. You know what I mean? You look at what's going on with social media. It's insane, but the game has changed. The situation on the ground has changed. We simply have to adapt, improvise, and overcome. That's all we got to do. Let's continue.
Ultimately, these men are only able to prey upon really insecure women who are just as hurt as they are themselves, because healthy women see these manipulative behaviors and they avoid these men at all costs. Insecure women get used.
No, they don't. Like, I mean, that right there, like, to prey upon these poor women who are out there being abused and preyed upon by these big bad red pill men. No, man, stop that. No. Is it true that there are people out there with some issues that they haven't worked out and they're getting ran through or running through people or doing whatever? Yeah, that's true. Is it true that you need to have your wits about you when you're out there in the dating world? Absolutely. We talked about that. Right? I've been wrecked a few times, and every time I was wrecked, my mind wasn't right. I shouldn't have been out there. I should not have been out there. Mike Rashid was talking about that. Shout out to brother Mike. Mike Rashid was talking about that. Some dudes aren't ready to deal with women, especially in today's marketplace. That's a fact. That's all red pill stuff. I knew better. I should have stayed my butt in the house. But if your head ain't right, you will disregard things that you know you shouldn't disregard. We're talking about red flags. You will ignore red flags because you're trying to force something. You never want to put yourself in a situation where you're trying to force something, especially when it comes to relationships. You just don't want to do it. And the times that I've screwed up, my head wasn't right. Right? That's the bottom line. My head was not right. I should not have been out there. Or I just made a bad call. Sometimes you just do stupid stuff, right? So, I mean, it just is what it is. But at the end of the day, right, when people talk about this whole red pill, clear pill, purple pill, black pill, you know what I mean, gray pill, all these pills, right? At the end of the day, there's only one fix you need to be worried about. All you need to do as an individual, male or woman, you know what I mean, man or woman, all you got to do is look in the mirror and tell the person looking back at you that you are the reason you're in the situation. You are the reason you're successful. You are the reason you are not. Just look in the mirror and tell that person looking back at you, it's your fault. All the good, all the bad, and everything in between. That's the person responsible. What pill is that? Right? The reality pill. What pill is that? Like I said, like Brother Cody said, there's just two, bro. There's the red pill, there's the blue pill. There's reality, and there's sticking your head in the sand and living in that fairy tale world. That's it. Just two.
Used and sexually abused and emotionally abused and end up more than ever before. Well, these red pill men track their success purely based on how many women they have sex with, how much control they have over these women through emotional addiction and manipulation, and the depraved things that they can pressure the women into doing. Over time, this red pill ideology has mushroomed into something larger and more sinister, which perpetuates that mistrust and disdain, particularly towards women, and fosters an environment that really discourages any genuine connection based on love and respect. The influence of this ideology has now pervaded various facets of our society, and it impacts the many, many, many men and the way that they perceive relationships. Has a lot of adverse effects that are clearly visible in both online and offline communities. It doesn't help that many red pill leaders are tweeting things like, "There is no such thing as a quality woman," from Rollo Tomasi just the other day. While their followers will claim that this is some novel, creative new idea, and that the words don't really mean what the majority of the population of English speakers would interpret them to mean, it does not help the situation at all. All they're doing is alienating men and women further from each other. It just makes men look like complainers and cultists and predators. This takes
Because a lot of these dudes are complainers and cultists. Some of them are. Some of them are. They don't want to take responsibility. But it's not it's just like saying all women are bad. It's the saying the same thing. All these men are bad. They're not. It's uh, look, I am the single one. Has he lied? Yes. No. Let me take that back. Has he lied? No, he's not lied, but he is painting a picture that isn't necessarily complete. He's not being upfront and honest about it. Yeah, there are dudes out there who don't know what they're doing. It's a lot of dudes out there who don't know what they're doing. Yes, women tend to want, again, like the whole 80-20 rule, right? I use that analogy all the time, and it's not a hard number. It's just a visual representation of women want. What women want is hard to get. Most guys don't have it. 20% of the guys have it. 80% of the guys don't. It just shows you the majority of dudes don't have it. They haven't done the work. But if you put in the work, look at this guy right here. And again, I'm not trying to knock the guy. I don't know him personally, but look at him physically. Look at him. He represents the average man in America. Real talk. That's the average right here. He's happily married. He has family. He has kids. He won the game. He got what he wanted out of the game, right? He won. Good for him. Now, the way he got there and the way he won, his techniques might not work with me. It might not work with Cody. It might not work with Brother Lou, but it worked for him, right? And I'm telling you, you sit him down with a scotch amongst other gentlemen, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, I understand the red pill. Yes, it is correct. Men need to learn these things so they can be successful in this dating market, which is constantly changing, especially now with technology. It's really, really difficult. I've watched a couple of his videos and he talks about it. It's really, really difficult. But what he's doing is pushing people into his funnel. And I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at this brother whatsoever. Go ahead and get yours. What's happening, bro? Brother Pitney is saying you have to understand most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. Facts. And many of them are so injured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Morpheus. That's true. That's true. I have so many brothers come up to me like, man, I need to red pill my buddy. I need my brother. I got to red pill him. You can't do that, man. He has to come to that on his own. And it just, some do, most don't. You know, he might get lucky. He might stumble across a good woman. He might get lucky. He might know just enough or come across a woman at the perfect time in her life where she's going to take him in and run that. Right. So, and this guy right here, he talks about that stuff, man. Like just doing whatever a woman tells you to do is wrong. He's like happy wife, happy life. He said that's stupid. I don't know if it was in this video or another video, but he says all of the red pill talking points. I just think he's trying to create a separate lane for people, men who are soft. It's like a soft version of the red pill. That's my take on it. Brother Cody, he is lying. He is doing exactly the same thing he is accusing red pill of doing, being emotional, manipulative, saying all overgeneralizing, mischaracterizing, etc. Got a good point. Brother Cody's keeping it 100 there. Got a good point, man. Got a good point. And that's Miss I Am the Single one. That was for you. You know, sometimes I try to dance in the middle myself. I want to bring all the different points and have that robust conversation in the chat. But yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards Brother Cody here. As we get into this, this dude is a red pill guy. He believes in the red pill tenet. He just doesn't like how some men take it the wrong way, possibly. Maybe that's what it is. Let's continue.
Takes away any validity of male concerns and just makes men become an even worse laughingstock in society so that no one will ever take their issues seriously. Now, I will not say that all red pill dudes on the ground are this way. Many of the leaders are the worst possible examples. Some guys take red pill teachings, usually the parts that red pill stole from evolutionary biology, and they apply it to their marriage and poof, it works. And they falsely credit red pill for helping them when it wasn't red pill at all. It was evolutionary psychology. Then they tell you that all the worst parts of red pill, which is the stuff that red pill actually invented, aren't accepted by true followers of red pill. And I get this complaint all the time, and I understand, but I don't buy it. Now, that said, I don't think every guy who follows red pill is evil. It just encourages them to be. And that's the issue. And their leaders make it so much worse by spouting off abusive nonsense day and night. By the way, a lot of those leaders are married. They have kids, they have daughters. Can you imagine looking your daughter in the eye and saying, there is no way you can ever be a quality human being, sweetheart, because you're a woman? What do you think that's going to do to the next generation? Do you think maybe red pill and radical feminism are just forming a circle about creating each other? I think so. Now, diving into the deep end of this red pill ideology, it's vital to acknowledge the initial concerns that may have drawn men to that community. At its core, the red pill ideology drew from real frustrations and inequalities faced by men in a lot of different areas of society. We definitely need to address these and fix them. Look, as a man who grew up in California in the public school system, a lot of crazy female teachers who told us that all men are rapists, and watching my friends get prosecuted unjustly for sexual interactions that were 100% consensual, which the woman even admitted, and working in corrections myself with male clients who got put away by a system that did not care if the women lied about them and later recanted their testimony but couldn't take the charges back because they're already in the system. So we're pushing for a prosecution, watching other male friends fall apart in despair and suicide, and seeing all of those issues right up close myself, even enduring horrible relationships with women as I dated earlier before fixing my dating approach and finding my wife. Guys, look, I've been there. I'm with you. These issues are real, and we need to fix them. I'm not denying them in any way, shape, or form. But tragically, with the red pill, These concerns have mutated into a perverse philosophy that paints women as adversaries, all of them, and promotes manipulation as a means to achieve happiness for yourself in relationships.
See, I think what he's pushing for is couples therapy. I think he wants to be the guy that's red pill adjacent, right? You know what I mean? That's what they call Michael Sertan, right? I think he wants to be the guy that women will drag their husbands to come and see to so they can learn how to be an attachment, properly attached to that woman. Maybe that's the business model. More hate is not the answer. Like, dude, again, there are people out there that, I mean, let's keep it 100, man. They're just gonna hate, man. Haters gonna hate, bro. That's what they do. Right? That's what they do. Yeah, you're right, man. Like, he's from Cali, like brother Cali, like, he's from Cali. Yeah, right. Because a lot of this stuff is like he's seen it. He's seen it. He came up in it. He got wrecked, and then he managed to find a good woman. But you hear what he said. He's like, I figured it out. I was able to learn how to modify my dating approach. Great. And he did it with red pill tenants. Right? He probably went in and he was like, you know what? I see that I'm not going to be a match with this woman. You could tell pretty quick who you want to be with, who's going to work with you, who's not, and then just move on. A lot of guys, though, because they have limited options, right? Because they don't have an abundant mindset, they can't do that. They'll get into a situation and just stay in it until they get wrecked. I mean, it is what it is. Brother Lou, like, he wants to be diet fresh and fit, couples edition. Diet fresh and fit. Wow, hilarious. But you're right, though. Lady Navo's in the building. What's good, sis? Good to see you. Good to see you. So glad you came through. Diet fresh and fit. Hilarious. But yeah, I think that's what he's pushing for. Because this dude is 100% on board with red pill tenants. 100%. You can tell. This is when I listen to people, man, I try to listen between the words. I try to see where they really coming from. I see what dude's doing. I ain't mad. And if I had a dude who was in a situation with his wife or longtime girlfriend and it wasn't working, and tough love ain't gonna help, I'm like, hey, y'all, you know what? Let me send a couple videos of this dude. I'm gonna send him a couple videos from Adam, and that might be the answer. This guy can kind of give him a sippy cup with some red pill knowledge in there and help him out. And the wife will be on board. A lot of these dudes are just soft, man. And a lot of these women want to leave them because they're soft. They're poor leaders. Anyway, let's continue.
More hate is not the answer. More fear is not the answer. Falling into obsession with control and using victim language and looking like sociopaths for preying on insecure women, this is not going to fix the problems. It is only going to make them so much worse and breed so much more misery for men in the process because no one will care. Now, drawing from my own experiences and from the heart-wrenching stories that have been shared with me, it becomes apparent that red pill ideology has morphed into a breeding ground for hostility and resentment. I have counseled so many individuals who have lost friendships, romantic relationships, even family connections due to the toxic beliefs that are propagated by red pill ideology. It is radical feminism for men. That is what it is. So for every dude out there who's happy spinning plates and banging 5 different insecure women as they beg him not to abandon him, there are men waking up to the fact that manipulating other people is evil. The answer to manipulate.
I mean, look, what's your mission? If your mission is to go out here and rack up a high body count as a man, then go do it. If that's your mission, yeah, go do it. There's some red pill tenants, and then you can read some of the old, pickup artistry stuff that'll help you out. It can be done. You can look a certain way. You can walk into a certain environment, and you're gonna attract the kind of women or whatever women they're there. They're gonna come holler at you, bro. If you want to be the bad boy and you want to smash, it could be done. It could be done. That's part of the game. And he brings that up too. It's like, it's a game to them. Nah, the game is the rules. This is how it works. This is what it is. If you want that lifestyle, you can get it. You don't have to be 6 foot, 6 figures, 6-pack, and all the rest of it. You can look like dude, but you can walk in with a certain persona, and certain women will jump all over it. And you don't have to neg and all this if you don't want to. If once she makes up her mind she wants to be with you, man, she gonna do what she do. And we live in a society where it's cool. It's okay to be promiscuous. It's okay to be a 304, right? That's what they're believing. All you gotta do is sit back and not screw it up. Keep your foot out your mouth, you'll be fine. Wear the, you know what I mean, walk the walk, talk the talk, look the part, you'll be fine. Right? And by the time she realizes that you weren't who she thought you were, you've already moved on to her friend anyway. And then who is actually getting who? Again, this like what he's doing right here, painting like these dudes, these guys are just evil and they're going out here manipulating women. Nah, bro, they just going out here and letting it go the way it go. If there was a book that can tell men how to walk into a bar or a lounge or a restaurant or a park or a concert or wherever, say these words and women will come home with you, that guy would be a billionaire if he had that book. It doesn't work that way. There's nothing you can really say to get a woman to really holler at you. If she's not trying to be with you, she's not trying to be with you. Doesn't matter what you look like. Doesn't matter what you're driving. It does not matter. If she's into your dude, right? If you come in there with your homeboy and she's just digging your homeboy, that's who she gonna be with. Don't hate. Help him out. You know what I'm saying? Help him get there. Yeah, if y'all mission is just to smash. Now, if your mission is to have a sustained relationship, if your mission is to have a wife, then you gotta do it a different way. Right? You got to do it a different way. You can't come in there looking that role and looking that part. You ain't gonna find your wife in the club, in the lounge. You ain't gonna find her in there. Right? It's just not gonna happen that way. You're gonna have to go different places. You might have to do some social events. You might have to go to a church. You might have to do some political events. You might have to spend time volunteering for whatever at some soup kitchen or something. Doesn't mean that every woman that you find in these environments are great women and they're wife material. No, you still need to understand female nature. You still know, you have to know what you're looking for. Right. And again, it all comes back to the knowledge and the understanding that the red pill provides. It's just that thing. That thing. You know what I mean? Brother Cody, you're right, man. It is at the end of the day, it's all about getting money. He is going after women and soy boys. I agree with you there. And I ain't mad at him, man. I hope he's getting the bread. I hope he's selling books. This could help somebody. Because, I mean, it's just veiled red pill tenants. That's all it is. It's still red pill. You know what I mean? I ain't no single one. She's like hashtag game. Yeah. It's all about that game. The dating game, the marriage game, right? The real estate game, the finance game. It's all about that game, the dope game. You know, I talk about all the time. It's all about game. Or every time you hear me say game, substitute that with understanding. Right? Because that's, to me, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm thinking. It's really understanding, not necessarily game. You know what I mean? Yeah, and Brother Cole, you're right. None of what he is saying has anything to do with this red pill debate. It's just true. Red pill is just the facts, and honesty versus blue pill is lies and illusion. That's the whole thing. Doesn't even have anything directly to do with dating. It's silly facts. Facts. I agree with you, bro. And Brother Penny was like, radical feminism for men? No, not even close. Exactly. He's attacking the very thing that probably made him successful in his life, in his dating world, which got him married and had all his kids. He's attacking the very thing that got him there. Right? In the wake of increasingly gynocentric social order, men need information to know how to move in the dating market and other realms of society. Facts. So it depends on dudes. Are there dudes out there who are all messed up, man? They're all screwed up, all ate up, like we said in the Army, and they got it all wrong? Yeah, there's some dudes out there that got it all wrong, but the vast majority of the men out there understand it. They understand it. They take what they need and they move forward. And a lot of these men are finding success. You see it on Fresh and Fit all the time. You see it on these other podcasts where, you know, women are super chatting in and say, hey, this platform saved our relationship. I didn't know what to do. I was about to leave my man, but then you got to watch this relationship, this show, and we watch it together. And he's growing as a man. He's become the leader I've always known he could be. You hear stuff like that. You know, some guys are born leaders. They don't need that, but other guys, they do. They need that nudge, man. Like you gotta be in command, bro. That doesn't mean you're a tyrant, But you know, you might be with a woman who really wants you to be in command. There's some women out there who want to be in charge. All right. If that's the kind of woman you want, go get her. But just understand what you're dealing with, right? That's all red pill stuff.
Manipulators is not to become a better manipulator. The answer to evil is not to become a better evil. As we delve even deeper, we will notice that many followers of red exhibit anxious attachments at first that have morphed into avoidance styles through red pill teachings, which predisposes them to form connections with individuals who might not be the best match for them. That's going to further fuel that cycle of constant unhealthy relationships. If you have seen my earlier video on the two different dating pools, red pill only acknowledges the insecure dating pool and pretends there is no such thing as a secure dating pool, but they are segregated out. They are disconnected from each other. They operate in parallel. And if you only think the insecure pool exists, yes, you might try to become a stronger predator in that pool.
Yeah, that's not true. I've never drawn that conclusion. I've never drawn it. You guys who are out there, they found a woman they want to be with. They were able to complete their mating strategy, and they have that one. They have the one. They have the woman they want. Why would they be watching red pill content? How would they even fall down a rabbit hole? They weren't trying to solve for X. Men find themselves in this space looking for answers because they hit a brick wall. They don't know what happened. Like, bro, I just got chopped up. Where did I go wrong? What am I missing? And they get online. Technology is here now, and they fall into this rabbit hole. Men are trying to solve a problem, and they will solve the problem. Men are solving for X, period. Period. Yes, you can be successful. Yes, if your mission is to find a wife, you can watch red pill content to help you stay away from certain women. It's great to watch Fresh and Fit or whatever podcast or Michael Sertain's Men of Action, Michael Sertain's podcast. Right? It's cool to watch this stuff because you watch these women and it's like, whoa, it blows your mind. It's like, okay, most women aren't like the women you'll find on these podcasts, but some are. Every now and then, especially Fresh and Fit the early years, you will have some good women on there just giving you game and saying, yeah. Some women be on like, yeah, I'm married. I've been married. I let go of this whole feminist thing, and I embrace my femininity, and now I'm married and I'm happy and I'm loving it. You can get some good information by watching this stuff. A lot of this stuff is just train wrecks. Yeah, it's good for clicks, it's good for views, but you can also glean some good insight into female psyche. You can. It's possible, right? It's possible. And it's not painting all women with the same brush. We're not doing that. Women are just like men. We are all different. Men tend to act generally the same way. We tend to want the same things, but on an individual level, dealing with me is not the same as dealing with Brother Lou or dealing with Brother Pitney or Brother Cody. There's certain things we all share in common that we want from our women, but on an individual level, there are things that I'm going to do more readily than maybe some other dude would do, right? Women are just all over the place. And you have to be able to adjust on the fly and determine, okay, is this the woman I want to be with? Because it's going to be hard no matter who you choose to be with. It's going to be hard. Is this the woman that's going to look out for me? Is this the woman that's going to add value to us? Help me continue to build this kingdom that I've already begun? Is she going to come in and help with that? And if the answer is yes, then okay, I can deal with the occasional whatever. I can deal with those idiosyncrasies of this woman. I can deal with it because she loves me. I love her. We on the same page. We know what time it is. I'm cool with it. She's cool with it. Right? We have that understanding. We get it. We get the game. Right? So the stuff that he's saying about the red pill right there, I don't agree with.
Red pill pretends there is no such thing as secure attachment. Now,
That's
this
not true.
attachment style, especially avoidant attachment style, characterized by fear and insecurity, only serves to cement those misleading narratives, travels in a cycle. You shouldn't go from prey to predator. You need to break out of the cycle completely and learn to be human with other human beings. Moreover, this ideology disregards the fact entirely that healthy, loving relationships where both partners are equal, different but equal, not only exist, but are also the foundation of a happy and fulfilling life. It blinds individuals to the beauty of human connection, and it drives a wedge between potential partners by sowing seeds of mistrust and constant unhappiness.
That whole thing, the term partners and equal, I look at it in military terms, right? You're gonna have a commander, right? That's the commanding officer, the CEO, and you're gonna have the XO, that's the executive officer, right? Yes, you could just right. There's no such thing as co-commanders. You're not gonna have two people in charge. There's the pilot, and then there's the co-pilot. There's the CEO, there's the commanding officer, and then there's the executive officer or the first officer for these Navy people. Right? Someone's in command. And that person who's in command doesn't have to be in command all the time. Right? Just because you're the CEO doesn't mean, when the CEO goes to sleep, right? Someone else is in command. As an air traffic controller, there's a controller working that position. That controller is in charge. That controller has to make the decisions. That one, you don't have, two co-controllers. I can't say turn left heading 360 and then my co-controller keys up and says turn right heading 180. Doesn't work that way. What, the airplane is just going to split in half and fly two separate headings? It doesn't work that way. Someone has to be in charge. And a lot of people don't like hearing this, but someone has to be in charge. At the end of the day, someone's going to have to be in charge. And this whole partner thing, like there's people who that's what they're looking for. When I talk to women and we're out having a good time or we're getting to know each other and she starts referring to partners, I know right then this isn't going to work. Partners? No, I'm not looking for a partner. Like, I'm not looking for a partner. If the woman wants to be in command, all right, fine. Establish that up front. She's in charge. Right? If that's what you want to do. A lot of people don't like hearing that. You can't have co-leaders. Someone has to lead that relationship. Someone has to. It could be her, it could be him, but someone has to lead. And I've been, talking to a lot of women and looking at a lot of stuff, and I just think back on my own life, my anecdotal experiences, and most women don't want to lead. They can do an outstanding job, but they don't want to. They don't want to find a man that they're going to lead and take care of. It all goes back to the whole traditional stuff, man. My dad was the leader of the house. My dad was the leader. Don't believe me? Go ask my stepmom. My dad was in command. Right now, my mom, she was there. She took care of business. Yeah, she was the executive officer. She took care of business. They worked well together. They worked well over 50 years married. Yeah, they worked well together. But you knew who was in command. When you're talking about traditional relationships, that's what they look like. Now we don't have this traditional relationship anymore. Okay, fine. If that is what we're doing, great. Fine. If you're going to be in command, love, then take care of all this. Right? I'll do this over here. You do that over there. We'll see what it is. You're going to be in command. It always boils back to this. People get mad, but it always boils back to this. Someone kicks the door in. It's your turn to go handle that. Right? Your turn, love. Here you go. Here's the 40 millimeter. Go take care of that. We're fresh out of ammo. Well, here's a tomahawk. Here's a bat. Here's a knife. Go take care of that. And all people say, oh, they always go back to that. They always go back to that. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Men are supposed to provide and protect, right? Men are supposed to take care of men's stuff. What Rich Cooper says, there are blue hat jobs and there are pink hat jobs, and there, a lot of people just don't like that. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. But you look at what's going on with the marriage rates. You look at what's going on with the birth rates. We look at what's going on with all this, the divorce rates. This new wave of thinking doesn't seem to be working as well as the old way did. Right? It just doesn't seem to be. And I mean, that whole partner, when I talk to a woman and she says partner, I'm not messing with her. I want the woman that says, I want a husband. I want the woman that says, I want to be a wife. Right? And it doesn't mean that you're going to act like a tyrant as a man. It doesn't mean that. But a man is going to take that leadership role. Simple as that. You know, and the people are like, well, what if the man is bad with money and blah, blah, blah? Well, you know, if he's a wise man and his wife is really good with the numbers, let her take care of that. Let her take care of the finances. Let her take care of that. Listen to what she has to say. A great unit works because of the leadership at the top. The CEO needs to be able to turn to his first officer or his XO, his executive officer. Ain't yo, I'm thinking this. What are you thinking? Suggestions. I mean, look at Star Trek, the Next Generation. The way Picard leads the Enterprise versus the way Kirk led the Enterprise, right? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people think like, well, you're thinking like Captain Kirk style is my way or the highway. Okay, I'm talking more like Jean-Luc Picard. That's what I'm talking about. That's the leadership style that I'm referencing right now. But partner, I am the single one. Partner is common language in 2023 that can refer to any configuration of a relationship, including monogamous hetero couples where the man leads. I think words are important, love. It's not a partnership. It's a marriage, right? And as determined and as defined in the Holy Scriptures, whichever scripture you want to look at, it's a marriage. If you want a partnership, okay, that's fine, but that needs to be stated. And again, I'm not looking for a partnership. So if I'm talking to a woman and she's referring to it as partnership, I'm not talking to her because words do have meaning. And I know women who understand the difference. They're like, nah, women say, I don't want no partner. I want a husband. And dudes like, I don't want a partner. I want a wife. Now, if he out there just smashing, yeah, he can have a sex buddy, call her a partner. Right? She's a partner tonight, and then maybe tomorrow night, her and one of her other friends are partners, co-partners, and they all getting it on. You know what I mean? But that's my thing. Yeah, I am a single one saying, what I am saying is a younger woman is likely to use the word, and you may be misunderstanding because you're misassociating. Possibly, but even younger women, depending on the men that they are talking about, they will use partner or a husband. I've noticed that even with the young women, they will say that's my partner with a guy that they're just kind of like whatever with. But if it's a dude they want to marry, they'll say my husband or they'll say my man. Right. So again, the words are like I've been paying attention to these youngins. I've been paying attention. They will say my man or my husband. But when they say partner, that's generally a guy that they're not really, I guess that's the dude that they're selling for or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's just one of those things. I pay attention to that. And I don't say anything. I don't make a big deal out of it. If she says partner, I don't just jump up and be like, oh, you said partner and run out of there. I don't do none of that. I just make a note. Okay. This is only going to go so far. She's looking for a partner. Well, I'll be her partner tonight. You know what I mean? And I do believe that they understand the difference. The younger ones, the older women definitely understand the difference. You know what I mean, brother Lou? If the woman really likes you, the response will be cool. Exactly. Like cool. You know what I mean? But partner, I've just noticed it. Let's continue a little bit. Not sure if we're gonna get all the way through this video, but we're gonna try.
All you get is empty dopamine binging. You do not get all of the other fulfillment that relationships are supposed to get you. So at this point, I just want to say, don't be afraid because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a path that leads to healing, to understanding, and to secure attachment. Let's transition now from the shadows of the red pill ideology and step into the enlightening world of what I call clear pill. It's a philosophy grounded in proven psychological theories and the bedrock principle of mutual respect and empathy. I wasn't even going to call it clear pill, but clear pill, I'm going to teach you. It is all about being transparent, clear. It is clear and obvious because it comes from good common sense. And it is clear because it is free from the bias of other color pills. It is clear. If you want to see clearly, the clear pill is for that. So in a world that seems clouded by anger and misinformation, and ours is, the clear pill approach exists to help illuminate that path to healthier, fulfilling relationships. This approach understands that many of the men ensnared by red pill ideology are genuine victims of unfortunate circumstances. They may bear scars from past traumas. They may have broken backgrounds. I know, guys, that you are not evil men. You are scared men. You are hurting like I was once upon a time. You don't know the way forward. And red pill at least makes you feel powerful in the darkness. But clear
Yeah, like the way he's talking is the way women talk to one another. This is the way counselors and stuff talk. I was forced court to go to court ordered counseling at one point, and this is how they were talking. Like when it's one on one, the counselors know how to switch it up. They know who they're dealing with. They're in tune to people. But when it's like a group setting, this is like the neutral setting that they keep. You know what I mean? I am a single one. Is mutual respect soft? No. Mutual respect is a beautiful thing. It's not soft at all, in my opinion. It's not soft at all. But in today's world, we are in a flux. It used to be an understanding how relationships work, right? There used to be the nuclear family. There used to be the village. It takes a village to raise a child. There used to be the extended family. All that's gone. Right? All of it's gone. There used to be a just basic understanding of how things work. Like there was a basic understanding of how children were disciplined. There was a basic understanding on winners and losers, right? But now that's all changed, and people are trying to figure out these individual things, and something like mutual respect gets called into question, love gets called into question, leadership gets called into question. You look at what's going on with traditionalism. What does that mean anymore? No one really knows. Like we were just talking about with the whole partner versus husband wife. That partner, that wasn't a thing back in the 70s and 80s. In fact, partner meant that was a gay relationship. They were partners because they couldn't be husband and wife. So they were partners. Right. So all these meanings, and there are all these shifts and all these changes going on at the same time. So no, mutual respect is great. That's what you are shooting for. It's hard to find. If you find it, then man, you are good. You're going to get so much further than everyone else if you have that mutual respect. And then like the red pill, like if you got a hardcore red pillar, a dude who's taking all of the negative stuff from the red pill and trying to force it down some woman's throat. You know what I mean? He's trying to, I'm just gonna be all harsh, and he doesn't respect you and all that. Then of course you don't mess with that guy. Right? Those are the red flags, right? You don't mess with that guy. Just like if you're dealing with a woman and everywhere you go, she knows the guy. She knows the bouncer. She knows the valet. She knows the bartenders. She knows right the maitre d's. Wherever you go, no matter how new the place is, she's already been. Red flags. Like like well, maybe she's just a foodie. Okay, okay. I'm looking at her differently. Like everybody. Okay. Like I'm looking at that woman differently. There's something going on. Right. And guys don't tend to want that, at least not the top tier dudes. I want a woman that doesn't know anyone, or never been to these places. Andrew Tate was talking about that. You want to be the man who shows her things. I teach my daughter stuff all the time, and just the way her eyes light up with, she's learning from her dad or just learning from a man, right? She just lights up. And I imagine it's the same with kids, with boys, but it's a different type of look in their eyes. Young guys that have admiration and respect in their eyes. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit of a different thing because they want to be powerful like you, and women are just happy that you're there and they feel safe with you, right? So it's like a little bit different there. But mutual respect is not soft. Mutual respect is hard to find in today's world, in this country. You might be able to find it in some other countries, right? That gets into the whole passport bros thing, but that's another discussion for another day.
pill philosophy will encourage men to embark on a journey of self-discovery and healing, similar to the red pill, but in this case by mending their attachment styles and learning to foster communications and connections that are based on mutual respect and love. Now, unlike the red pill approach that demonizes and vilifies, the clear pill philosophy promotes understanding, empathy, and personal growth. This is not designed to take you back to blue pill and do whatever it takes to protect women. This is not about good boy points. This is not about tucking your tail under your balls so you don't get bit. This is not about trying to shield your head so that the damage doesn't fall on you. That is not where we're going. I am not encouraging you to pretend everything is fine or to go back into happy wife, happy life. Worst thing in the world, or to be a good boy to try to earn sex. This is not about shore play. The problems that Red Pill talks about are very real, and we need to fix them. But we don't fix them through either pretend or fear mongering. We fix them by addressing them as men and moving forward into a real sustainable solution.
So dude talks about healing and wherever the hell he was just saying. I don't use those words. And a lot of guys in this space don't use those words. It's like, yo, get your shit together. Right? What did I say earlier? You know what I mean? Rub some dirt on it. Get up. Quit crying. Pick up your gear. Let's go. It's the same message. He's just using different words. He's offering a softer version. Right? That's what he's offering. He's offering this soft version, and you know, like, you know, kind of like what Brother Cody was saying. He's kind of reaching out to the soy boys. He's kind of reaching out to the women who are getting tired of leading these dudes, and they want the guy to sound off like he has a pair, sound off like he got a pair. That's what he wants, right? That's what some of these women, most of these women, want from their men. They want a guy that they can feel safe around. I'm sorry, that QXC guy, whatever, that had that thing with Andrew Tate, the Twitch streamer, who was like, well, you know, my girl will go downstairs and meet the threat at the door, because people always talk about that. Well, the red pillars always talk about when someone barges into your house when there's a threat at the door. Well, because it could happen. And if it does happen, who's going to go meet that threat? Right? It is what it is. Bill Burr has a really good bit, and it's you can watch it on Netflix. It's Sorry You Feel That Way. Bill Burr. And he talks about how it goes all the way down to the animal kingdom. And he does this bit about ants that is absolutely hilarious. But it encapsulates what we're talking about here. At the end of the day, you want to make sure you choose the right guy. You want that dude who's out there smelling flowers and he has a hair bun. No, bro, like if you got a bun on top of your hair, better be a top knot. You better have a samurai sword in your belt, right? Don't do that. But you want a guy who's going to protect you. You want a guy who's going to lay his life down for you. That's what you want. You don't want a guy who's going to be like, okay, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go fighting together. You don't want that. You don't want a guy that's going to let you risk your life. Why would he do that? Why isn't he protecting you? You know what I mean? And Brother Lou was right. Yeah, this dude sound like he's in the NFL to switch up to play flag football only. Right. And Cody, like, I think a lot of where he's coming from is a lot of black pill dudes being referred to as red pill, and obviously not red pill dudes claiming to be red pill but acting like females still on YouTube. Yeah, you got a point there, bro. There's definitely a lot of that there. And I think he's, like you said earlier, he's going after that segment of the population, the YouTube population, they want a softer message. They want a soft red pill message, right? And the women are going to be dragging these guys to him to get that messaging. That's what I think is going on.
So picture this. Imagine a dating scene where individuals approach each other with kindness, understanding, honesty, and a genuine desire to connect and to achieve goals. Picture a world where relationships are built on.
I got to stop it there. Right? That's how the vast majority of men go into dating scenarios. Just like that. Those things he just said. That's how the vast majority of men go into these scenarios. And they go into these scenarios with the wrong woman and they get wrecked. Right? The red pill is what's needed to give them that understanding that it doesn't work that way. You have to work yourself up to that. Wouldn't it be great if you could just do that right off rip? Wouldn't that be great? It would be. But that's not how it is. The red pill is that understanding. This dude, he knows that. He understands that, man. He gets it. And instead of saying, I'm not trying to blame anybody, right? To me, the game is the game. Ladies, if you can run some dude's pockets, run it. Fellas, if you can get some woman to let you smash, a group of women to let you smash on the first night, get them. You feel me? Get them. I'm not mad. You should, as an individual, as a grown up, you should be able to distinguish between the two. You should know the difference between a good woman and some 304 posing as a good woman, right? Ladies, you should know the difference between a good man and a bad boy. The problem is a lot of women love the bad boy traits. And it's fine. I ain't mad at you. But what he just said is crazy. But Cody saying, hey, blue pill with red sprinkles. Funny. You know what I mean? He sounded like John Lennon. Imagine all the people. Exactly. Imagine all the people living like a dream or whatever that song is. I can't think of the lyrics right now, but it's a great song. You know what I mean? Imagine there's no hate. Imagine there's no heaven. Imagine there's no hell. Imagine there are no 304s. Imagine everything is perfect. Imagine there are no, there are no soy boys. But that's not the world we live in.
On the pillars of trust, respect, and equality, not sameness. Equality in human dignity. This is the world that Clear Pill envisions and strives to create. It's not about naivete or control, and it's not going to be usable with every woman you meet. There are genuinely horrible women that you should stay away from because they are incapable of forming loving relationships or holding any loyalty. There are. I worked in corrections. I worked with some of these women. You do not want to be around those women. There are horrible women out there who will chew you up and spit you out because they're incapable of love. But that is not all.
And there are horrible men out there who will chew you up and spit you out. I say this on this platform all the time, and shout out to Fresh because he says it on Fresh and Fit. The right woman, you will 1000x your life. The right woman will make life worth living. It will change everything. If you choose the right woman, you can 1000x everything. It'll be amazing. But if you choose the wrong woman, she will utterly destroy you. Red pill. It's red pill. It's what he just said. Same thing for men. Ladies, you choose the wrong bad boy, he will wreck you. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the Tindler Swindler. Right? Shout out to him. The original top G, but he lost it all. For real. Shame on them for falling for him and then getting mad because they got finessed. Shame on them. It's man, it's crazy. You know what I mean, Brother Coach? Like they like to use them, not be with them. Facts. 100%. Let's continue.
All women. It is some of them. The Clear Pill approach teaches you to filter them carefully and to understand exactly what you're seeing.
And he's right. It's not all women, it's some of them. And most red pill guys do not think that all women are horrible. They don't. They don't. They're just telling you to look out for the ones who are. Let's continue.
It shows you how to attract stable, healthy women who want the same sort of connection you do. You don't find unstable women, put them on a leash, and bang them like livestock in your barn. You learn to filter the people you actually want to be around and build genuine connection with them. Now, as part of this Clear Pill approach, I urge you to join hands with communities that foster positive masculinity, where men can learn to navigate these complexities of modern relationships with strength and dignity and character. We must be men together, not men of fear or manipulation, but men of virtue and character and substance.
He just said that men should join a tribe or a clan or a clique. Rich Cooper says it all the time. Men should be in a tribe. Join a gym, maybe a dojo, maybe a boxing gym, right? If you're in Central Florida, come sit down and fellowship with the New Templars, right? That's our group. Yes, men should do that. Red pill, bro. This is 100% red pill. That's all it is. And he's talking about good women don't fall for the okie doke. Yes, they do. Go watch the Tindler Swindler. Those were good women falling for this dude who sold them the Disney fairy tale. And he had other women to help him sell it. right? Good women do fall for it, just like good guys fall for bad women. It happens all the time. But again, these red pill tenants will help you out. At least you will see it. You can talk to other people who've been through it. You can join your tribe. Like he said, we have to join these organizations of gentlemen and data, whatever he said. Join the tribe. That's all. It's all red pill. It's all red pill.
The same man who attracts a loving woman who is capable of lifelong loyalty is also a man who's fulfilled in his mission and his honor, a man that other men can look up to and emulate, and a man that society can come to rely on. A clear
Right. A man that other men want to be and other women want to be with. Red pill. Rollo Tomasi says that all the time. Rich Cooper says it all the time. Fresh and Fit says it all the time. This is all red pill stuff. This is all red pill stuff. Right? This is the bottom line. Andrew Tate has a woman who is giving him children and she ain't going nowhere. There are women out there who love Andrew Tate. 2 women went to jail for Andrew Tate. Ain't nobody sitting down doing time for you if they can't stand you, if they think you some sort of animal or whatever. Ain't nobody doing that, especially women. Like I said, there's something about that brother. Like, I mean, is he perfect? Absolutely not. But who is? You know what I mean? I Am the Single One. Lifetime loyalty sounds dope. You can find that though. You can find lifetime loyalty. I challenge you to check out Mike Rashid. Mike Rashid has 2 women who are that he's with, and they accept it. And lifetime loyalty is a thing there too, right? They accept it. He's up front with it. And that's another thing that these red pillars, the real red pill tells you. Don't be lying. I tell dudes all the time, if you spin in place, let women know that they're part of that rotation. Let women know they're one of 6, one of 7, one of 12, whatever the number is, one of 4. Let them know so they can decide if they want to mess with you or not. Like, nah, I'm not committed to you or her. You know what I'm saying? I see all y'all. We cool. You don't want to do that? Fine. That's where most men go wrong because they lie. They lie about that. Brother Mandrell's in the building. What's good? Absolutely. Disney fairy tales. Tell them the truth up front. And then you are golden. I've never had anybody keying my car, slashing my tires, sending a brother, father, cousins after me. Never had that problem because they knew what time it was. All right, cool. You want to rock with me? Fine. You don't? I need you to get rid of all these other women. I'm not going to do it. Well, I need you to do it. I'm sorry, love. I'm not going to do it. Hey, it was cool. I'll talk to you later. See you. Bye. Bye-bye. That's the door. Go. Run along. Right? She can't be mad at you. And guess what? She'll leave and she'll call you a week later. Can we go to Cheesecake Factory? Sure. And if you a beast about it, like, shoot, you treating, baby? You can take me to Cheesecake Factory. Okay. You free Thursday? Nah, I could do Wednesday though. Okay. Let them choose. And if you are what they want, guess what? They gonna do what they gonna do. It is what it is. Right? It is what it is. Just don't lie. So many guys want to lie. You don't have to lie, fellas. Tell the truth. Let them know. Of course, I got more women. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. But if you're ready to settle down and you want to be monogamous, tell her the truth. I want to settle down. I want to be with you. I ain't messing with nobody else. If you want to have 2 women or 4 women or 6 women or whatever and get married to all of them, let her know. Let her decide. Again, this is all red pill stuff.
clear pill man does not enjoy the decline as red pill urges us to do, but it encourages us to be the change in the world that we want to see. Not in a white pill naive sort of way, and certainly not as a martyr, and definitely not as a blue pillar pretending everything's fine, our leaders will save us, but as a man of true character and real substance. Now, by embracing the clear pill, we are not just improving our personal lives, we are also contributing to creating a society that values each individual and promotes happiness and well-being for all involved. That creates a better world. And it's the only way we improve the situation for our sons and daughters and all of their descendants who will likely come after us. If you're a father, or if you hope to be one, Red pill will have your daughters turned into sex slaves for controlling men. How do you square that? But clear pill,
Where the hell did he get that from? Right? Where did he get that from? My daughter's listening to me right now. Where did he get that from? I'm always giving my daughter game. I'm letting her know what time it is. She's not into boys, it's great, but one day she will be. And if she's not into boys, she's gonna be into girls. The game is the game. It don't matter if you gay or straight. The game is the game. You're talking about relationships. Relationships are hard. I'm always talking to my daughter about these things. What? Sex slave? Like, where did he get that from? What is he getting that from? And I am single one. She wants to know blue pill creators. Yeah, it's like Cody's right. It's most media. Most media, like at large, is when people talk about the matrix, they're talking about, society at large, and media is all part of the matrix. So everything you consume is out there is blue pill, which is facts. I agree with that. He's like, no, it wouldn't. WTF? Exactly, bro. I'm like, the stuff he just said right there just blew my mind. My daughter would be gamed up. So when she goes out into the world as a grown woman, and my daughter's beautiful, right? She's tall, like she's in shape. Like when she goes out into the world, she'll be ready. So when some dude comes up to her trying to run some game and trying to nag, she'll be nagging him. She'll just be toying with him like a cat toys with a mouse. Just be toying with him. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm done messing with you. Wham. And if dude tries to get big or somebody's gonna have to deal with me or some other people in my family. Like she's gonna see it coming a mile away. And when she wants to get the guy she wants, she's gonna handle that too. But if she wants bad boys, I'm gonna tell her what bad boys come with. You want you a bad boy, fine, but this is what it is. I'm gonna make sure she understands that this is what it is. And when it's all over, yeah, you can come cry to Papa, come put your head on my shoulder and cry. I told you that was gonna happen, didn't I? Got burned, huh? Got burned a little bit, but now we know. Let's move forward. You want my help now? You're gonna listen when I say that's a good boy versus that's a bad boy? You're gonna listen to me now? She's probably gonna listen. Let's continue.
we'll see both men and women embracing honesty, loyalty, mission, and honor.
He says men and women embracing these things. Nah, bro. Hold on, let me find that. I'm trying to find that. What this is the world he's trying to say he's forming. Man, I lost it. My bad, y'all.
Men
Lost
today are not dying for philosophy. They're dying for practical truth, radical transformation, the chaotic energy of rebirth through embracing total ownership. Men today want to be men, not perpetual boys. So if red pill makes you a perpetual boy drowning in fear and addiction to pleasure, taking the clear pill will make you a true man and a leader in your circles.
Yeah, he's trying to rebrand. He's trying to rebrand. I think he's talking about with the honor and integrity and all that other kind of stuff, men and women. Though that's for men. Like women have to do what women do. And I don't delve into that. I have no idea what women are out there doing, but I know about men. I know about honor. I know about respect. I know about courage and duty, strength. I understand male stuff. I don't know what women are doing over there. And I'm not trying to tell women what to do. And it's like, oh, men need to be part of the clear pill because the red pill guys are boys because they're hunting for pleasure. If you want what you want, that's it. What's your mission? Know yourself, right? Know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then how can you possibly know what you want? And again, this thing right here, what he's doing, I mean, I see what he's doing. And like I said, man, I hope he sells a bunch of books and I hope he gets folks in there, but it's all red pill talking points. You're saying red pill is bad, but he's selling every red pill tenant.
Let's talk some practical steps you can take right now to take the clear pill and step over that line into true manhood. Now, manhood must begin with honor. No man is a man who throws away his honor to either please other people or to cater to his own selfish pleasures. If blue pill and anxious attachment teaches you that your own principles and virtues, your honor code, is something shameful that you have to throw away so you don't get hurt, then blue pill is going to kill you like a dog. And if red pill and avoidant attachment teaches you that honor is foolishness and you must abandon it in order to control other people and to sate yourself on endless pleasure, then red pill will lead you to total destruction.
Again, he shows a picture of Andrew Tate. I guess this guy has a different idea of what honor is. My idea of honor, you know what I mean? You can tell from that flag behind me and in the way I conducted myself on the street. My idea of honor is different than what he's talking about right now. And he says red pill will lead you to a total destruction of the spirit. I don't agree with that. Not even in the least. I don't agree with that at all. You know, honor, courage is getting out there when you know you're not coming back. Right? There are a lot of honorable men who lost their lives on Utah Beach, in Normandy, on Omaha Beach, Iwo Jima, Guadalcanal. Right? There are guys that a lot of honorable men who were lost in the A Shau Valley in Vietnam, Chosin Reservoir in Korea. A lot of honorable men still that lost their lives over in Afghanistan, in Iraq, right? Panama, Grenada. There's so many honorable men who are losing their lives today in Ukraine. What he's talking about, what I don't know what type of honor he's talking about. But for a man, that type of honor is the kind of honor that was earned for those men on St. Crispin's Day. And if you haven't heard that poem, you need to read that poem that talks about St. Crispin's Day. That kind of honor. The honor when you proudly show your scars, when you proudly show and tell people the stories of the heroic men and women you saw that day out there who are afraid to be there. Right? That's honor. Standing up for what's right when everyone else wants to just let it go. That's honor. Doing what's right. Understanding that everyone doesn't get a trophy. Sometimes you got to stand up for the weak. Right? You got to stand up for the powerless. That's honor. I don't know what this dude is talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about right here. Brother Cody, what's good, man?
How you doing, DL?
Oh man, I'm doing all right, bro.
Does this guy seem incredibly dishonest to you, or what? Even like the whole red pill is bad for females, going to have them being a sex slave. Like that's ridiculous to me. That's like the opposite of what is preached, right?
You're right, bro. It is the exact opposite. But it's like you said at the very top of the show, man. It's really about getting into that funnel and just it's making money, bro. He's like, look, I have a soft, what did you call it? Blue pill with red sprinkles.
Yeah.
Don't go to the red pill. Come get these red sprinkles, right?
I think he is playing like just that emotional vacuum game, right? And he's saying, do you notice like how every few words he really emphasizes all those trigger words? Did you notice that as he was going through every time he put so much? I almost wanted to comment and say like, that's excellent use of fucking emphasis on those words.
It really is though.
But like you could see what he's up to, you know what I mean? But a lot of it's just blatant dishonesty. Because like how in any way does red pill like encourage women to be sex slaves or whores or anything like that? They're telling them to actually maybe not go for the guy who's gonna cheat on you if you know that he's going to, if he's that top 1%. Maybe go for a guy that's going to be loyal to you and that you can stay with, right? And make a family. It teaches more being realistic, right? It's an anti-delusion thing, not whatever the fuck he's talking about as some sort of evil cult movement.
Like I said, bro, if we had him sitting in a room with us and we're drinking scotch and cognacs and having discussion amongst men, he would say, yeah, bro, I did it for the bread. Like I did it. Did you peep it? He would probably start laughing as soon as you talk about the emphasis, right? We probably all start emphasizing our words just to make fun of it. He'd probably be like, yeah, you're right. Did it for the money. And my thing is just tell the truth, man. Like, yo, I'm doing this for the money. Just tell the truth to the masses as opposed to coming out here. It's like, hey y'all, I want to present to you a softer version of the red pill. The red pill works for me, and these are the things that work for me, and I want to share it with you. I'm not as hardcore as these guys over here, but it's the same core belief. But he's saying all this other stuff is just out there, bro. He must be doing it for the women.
I think that is a large part of it, but you do see a lot of these like hyper beta dudes. I mean, I've encountered them back when I was in the Discord lots, and they would come trying to just argue for the sake of arguing, of being anti-reality because they're Destiny followers or whatever, right?
Facts.
I think he is aiming for a lot of them too. The guys who want to live in denial and want to believe the fairy tale kind of thing, right? I mean, we every guy starts out there, right? Because that's what you're told. You're told, got to be the nice little dude and all this kind of stuff. And it's all horseshit, really.
It's true. You got to show up. You got to have on a suit. You got to have flowers and throw your coat down for her to walk over petals and puddles. You're right. That's how we were taught. Each and every one of us. Each and every one of us, bro. So. Oh man, I can't even. This is only halfway through, bro. I'm not gonna make it all the way through. I can't. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I can't get all the way through. But this whole thing about this clear pill, and then he's wearing the suit. Like I mean, I'm gonna go back and look at a bunch of his content. I bet you he's not wearing a suit jacket. I bet you this is new. This is what it's morphed into. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not mad. Get your money, homie. But damn. Like sex slave?
And this is part of my problem with like all this, and especially the fact that he's trying to say it's not red pill while then talking about quote unquote red pill talking points, is like he's starting off coming from a place of being dishonest, which therefore is going to undermine anything else he's going to say because he started off by being fucking full of shit, right? So as far as I like, he's discredited him, at least for me. And if anybody else who can see like how disingenuous he's being, I think that's going to also discourage them from checking out his stuff too. But not everybody has my view, I guess. But
I'm with you on that, bro.
It gives me bad vibes. You know what I mean?
It's too political. It's overtly political. Like, politicians are lying to you,
right? But
you still vote for them, right? So it's kind of like, well, he's the red sprinkles guy, and I know he's lying, but I'm going to go ahead and vote for him. Forget all the other stuff. It's just because the red sprinkles, you know what I mean? So, that's just like this politics, man. No one's crazy about Joe Biden, you know what I mean? And not all of the Trumpers are crazy about Trump. They don't like everything he's doing, but it's just like, well, I gotta vote for one of them, so I'm just gonna do this. It's like, come on, bro. Yeah. They're all lying, and you're gonna get that. It's all about money at that level, and it's about money at this level.
It's also a good point the way you said that too, because it is a very much it's that teaming association that everybody has again, right?
Yep.
It's I'm now this side if I'm anti this because whoever's told me this side is bad. So now I'm automatically associating myself with anti that. So I'm this team. Right. So if you're anti red pill, that immediately puts you into blue pill. One of these 1.5 million flavor pills they got going. This is just silly to me, dude. I think it's all just distortion of what it's supposed to be.
I think you just hit on it. If you're anti-red pill, then you're automatically blue pill. But he's like, I don't like blue pill, so let me give them a third option.
Right.
You could be anti-red pill, anti-blue pill, and now you're team clear pill.
Right. And so like you've noticed that like a lot of the things he says are they're more along that the multiple different flavor color pill talking points of the red pill. Well, I guess the manosphere, I guess, should we say?
Yeah.
But like a lot of what he's saying is not at all like what red pill is teaching. All this like emotional manipulation and all this other crap. It has nothing to do with red pill versus blue pill stuff. Like this is social psychology bullshit that they're getting off other YouTubers and these dating coaches and all this kind of stuff. It has nothing to do with the actual metaphor or ideology, whatever we want to call it, praxeology, any of that stuff. This is all it's being associated to that. And I don't know why. A lot of that hyper negative all women are trash, they're all whores, all that kind of stuff. That's that black pill mentality from this space. And I don't even like that as a characterization either of this stuff. If you want to say that they're partially delusioned, partially awakened guys who are just, or maybe they're fully awakened and they're just miserable fucking losers, then they're that. But that doesn't have a direct correlation to red pill. Like you can do with the information what you will. The information itself, the way of thinking of just looking at the world objectively. It has nothing to do with, you know, how you date or how you treat other people, shit like that. Not really.
That's a fact. And the thing that gets me in this space when you hear red pill, people always tie it directly to dating in the sexual marketplace. It is what
Right.
it is. But when I look at it at all things that we deal with: politics, finance, religion, you know what I mean,
Exactly.
parenting, education. It's you want to be able to see the code and everything, and you must see it. It's so much BS going on right now. There's so much, you know, wool being pulled over your eyes, and you're so busy trying to work, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents that you don't have time to really look into it. And you know, like here in America, and certainly up there in Canada, that's what we're all falling prey to. We're so caught up in all this other BS that we miss the true red pill of the Western world, which is we're all broke. That's the true red pill.
Right. And what we should be looking at is what the fuck is going on with our major Western countries right now. Like, there's a lot. And the more you look into it, the more you kind of see like why there's all this social disruption going on to distract you, right?
Exactly.
I lost my train of thought, but
but you're right there, bro. It's what I'm trying to do, especially with this platform. It's like, look, man, like again with the new Templars, I'm like, you know, when I say, hey man, I got this group, we're gonna get together, like, oh, so we're gonna Zoom? Nah, man, y'all gonna Zoom y'all butts over here to the cigar lounge. We're gonna have some drinks and smoke some cigars like men, and we're gonna have discussions like men.
Right.
You want to know what red pill is? This is how you do it.
conscious.
And guess what, bro? When the brothers come and we get together, man, you see it. Just to have that fellowship, man, is in everyone's eyes, and everyone's just like, bro, I can't wait till next month, man. This is amazing. I've been looking for this. I'm like, yeah, get your ass out the house. We used to do that. Go outside. I think it was Andrew Tate was on Mom's House podcast when they were saying that men used to go to the corner bar, to the tavern, and like that's how the Revolutionary War started. You had men who were out drinking beer, and they're like, yeah, this ain't right.
And I know you're not as conspiracy theory as me, but like that's part of why I say it's one of the main reasons why they did the social distancing thing and the no gathering thing is to prevent people from gathering and discussing what was going on at the time in person. Instead, it was all forced and restricted to internet. And nobody was allowed to see each other's faces, right? Like,
you're right, bro. If me and you could have sat down in a room full of people, 20 people, talking about the whole face covering stuff and what was going on with you know, COVID-19. But like, this is ridiculous. Right. You know what I mean? Like, no one in this room is old. No one in this room is obese. Why are we wearing masks and have to stay in our house? It doesn't make sense.
Why am I doing something that on paper, even on paper, right? Like puts a further risk to my health than what the original risk would have been. That doesn't like, how do we calculate that as a beneficial arrangement? I don't know. My main problem is like the red pill is by these clowns and these beta losers is always like associated with like women hating and all this silly stuff, right? Like all this dating and being like anti-women, all this nonsense. And I think that's intentional to kind of put it down rather than talking about what it really is supposed to be, which is just a bigger awareness, like and like you said, an awakening and being unplugged, seeing facts for what they really are, not fucking eating up all that illusion, not just believing what you're told, maybe actually verifying for yourself, you know, going off reality, rather than being dumbed down into this women hating, need to be a male man whore, so on and so forth, that it's often described as online.
And you're absolutely right about that. And I talk to folks about it, and and it's like, look, bro, it's like, look, the red pill is just seeing the code for what it is. I'm not telling you to go out here and spin plates. I'm not telling you that you need to go out here and smash every woman you see. I'm simply telling you that if you want to be seen by women, these are the traits that they like. If you can get these traits, if you can go out and know how to hold a conversation, right, you're probably going to be successful. She's definitely going to see you. If you're a 7-footer and you worth $1 billion and you're socially inept and you have no idea, you the blue pill soy boy that they say, all you're going to do is lose money. They still won't sing that. All these women are going to do is run your pockets as they should. I might send some of those women in there to run your pockets, bro. He gave you how much money? 50,000. Yo, I'll line up 15 chicks. Go in there and get that, bro. I just need 10%. Go in there and get that. And that is to me, that is the truest red pill lesson that anyone can learn. I don't say that, all people are bad and this, and I'm just like, look, man, this is how it works. Go out there and get it. Simple as that. You know what I mean? And there's all this stuff about red pill is, we hate, you hate women. You got to hate women if you're a red pillar. No, right. You just understand them. And women don't hate me. You know what I mean? Again, we are better together than we are apart. That message is what I hear from the red pill leaders out there, from Andrew Tate to Myron Gaines to Coach Greg Adams even said it a couple times. Donovan Sharp is getting married. Donovan Sharp is getting married next month, bro. Come on now.
But that shouldn't work, right? Because he doesn't know what he's talking about and all that kind of stuff.
Right. You know what I mean? So they have no options for it, and there's no answer for it, man. It's like, come on. The right woman my man Jay Swans is in the chat right now, and Jay Swans and his wife, I look at them and I'm so proud, and I'm so happy for them because they've gone the distance. But here's the thing. People think it was like all lollipops and candy canes from day one. It was not. Right? It was a whole, go ahead.
And it never will be. And that's, I mean, now we're going back in the social dating bullshit again. But like it's gone from being you could actually to a point use it as that terminology of partnership. Obviously it's not equal and same rules and 50 all that kind of bullshit. But in a term, you are coming together as one, right? But it's about working together and being compatible and sticking with each other. That was the whole main point. It had nothing to do with being happy and fucking fairy tales and bunnies and all that kind of bullshit all around. It had nothing to do with that. It's about being a team to progress your family through the next thing and being a stable unit that your children and the rest of your family are going to be able to rely on and anchor from for the rest of the time. Not to mention as a good example to teach them how to go about their lives when they get older. So
yes, you're setting the example. That's exactly what it's for. It's really a harkening back to why the nuclear family worked and why it was so important in the first place. But they don't do, whoever they are, they got a problem with it. You feel me? And like my brother Jay Swan's in the chat right now. He's like, look, fellas, do your thing. Set the example. Don't sweat or hate on another man. Make them boys, punks, weak ass dudes want to be you when they grow up. Facts.
I mean, that is true. And I actually, I think that is the best thing you can do as a man for other men is be a good role model. Like put yourself out there, try to help them, obviously. But if they see a guy who is, let's say successful and happy and doing well, and he's offering them help and reaching out to them, that actually, I think that means a lot to these young kids, because I've tried to do that as much as I can. And I've seen great things come from kids if you give them a bit of positive encouragement.
Yes.
A bit of good guidance.
Yes, that's a fact, bro. That's the fact. That's why I'm so proud of our group. I'm like I said, we got young and old in there, and we've had like Scam Likely showed up, Dusto showed up. We've had G Complex, Chris from out in Texas came out here, and she showed up to one of the meetings. Man, every time I bring another guy to the meeting, they see what we're doing and they absolutely love it. They absolutely love it. And it's like, man, this is what we've been missing. I'm like, yeah, man, this was every day when I was growing up. That's why you had the Masons and you had the Shriners and you had the Moose Lodge guys. That's where the motorcycle clubs came from. You know what I mean? Not all of the guys are out there committing crimes or whatever. They just love motorcycles and they ride. You know what I mean? It just, bro, it blows my mind, the assault that the red pill community and the manosphere community takes day in and day out. That dude who wrote that song, Rich Men North of Memphis, Richmond, Rich Men North of Richmond, Oliver Anthony, they got mad at him for just talking about stuff that he sees, right? I'm somehow toxic if I tell you that my tax dollars should not be paying for your junk food if you're 5'3" and 300 pounds.
Right. Why is that on food stamps? You don't need fucking food stamps to buy candy.
Exactly.
Fuck off.
Why is that? Why is it we're not talking about the fact that it's cheaper to buy fast food, McDonald's and all the rest of it that we know is bad for you than it is to go out there and buy fresh fruits and vegetables here in America? It should not. You want to subsidize something, subsidize that. Go ahead.
Sorry. You know the reason. We all do. Yeah. It's all designed to feed the system. The more you get sick, the more money it's a drain from start to finish. It's all designed to take whatever income you get and slowly funnel that shit off you. You buy that food, you get sick. You go to the hospital, you get those drugs, then you get another problem from those drugs. Then you got to go back to the hospital, then you get sick. It just repeats. And you're constantly eating that food. Eventually, you start eating that food because you're paying all the hospital bills. You can't afford good food no more because now you're buying all these drugs. And it just spirals. It's meant to do that.
Yep. And then a lot of people like, man, that's a 10-4 hat moment. No, it's not. It's all about profit. Who's getting that money? Right there. I mean, when drug companies can advertise directly to you, the patient. I can't watch a football game without somebody trying to sell me some sort of drug. And not even the drugs that I want, man. Like, just sell me some good weed, homie. Why you got this Zoloft and all this other kind of stuff out here? You know what I mean? You got some big fat lady out here dancing because she got a pill that's gonna keep her blood sugar low. How about you lose the weight and exercise? Just dance more. You can just do that. Just go out there and dance for 30 minutes a day. You're gonna start sweating that off.
No kidding.
And see, now you got me going. I gotta get my blood up, bro. You got me going, Cody. We got MDZ up in here. MDZ, what's good, fam? We're like, people in this space need to stop hating on Passport Bros. You might have got me confused with someone else. I don't hate on Passport Bros. I just think that Passport Bros need game. There's no getting around that fact. You could go, you name the country, I've probably been there. And yes, it's easy to go out and smash beautiful women. But if you don't have game, she's going to run your pockets just like she'll run your pockets over here in this country. So, but if you have game and you just out there and you know what you're doing, man, salute to you. You might even see me in Medellin. You might see me in Cartagena. My people just got back from Cartagena a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? But I'll also be in Milan. I'll also be in London. I'll also be in Frankfurt. You know what I mean? I can go anywhere and talk to anyone about any, you know what I mean?
Sound like a passport, bro.
Hey, man, drop me anywhere. I'm airborne, man. Drop me in anywhere, and I'll be able to get on with beautiful women because I know what I'm doing. So all I got to say to the Passport Bros is make sure you have game. Make sure you have understanding of where you are, not just for the women, but because we want you to get home safe, bro. There's parts of the world, man, you'll lose a kidney messing around with the wrong chick. I'm here to tell you. Brother Mandrell's in the building. What's good, fam?
What's good, everybody?
How you doing, man?
Chilling.
What's going on?
I think the Passport Bros is a genius idea, bro. You get to take off somewhere far away. There's tons of beautiful women. They all got the accents, and everybody knows that that's just a natural attractant right there. Plus, they got a different immune system than you because they haven't been interbreeding as long as we have. So it's and the culture's different usually. Yep. Nobody is as crazy as North America. I'm telling you. I promise you. I've been a lot of places. Like there are some weirdos. Like there is a lot of like let's say like certain parts of Europe, like France, very feminine culture, right? But they're not like feminist twisted like we are here. This is not the same, man. It's a good time. Everything's more calm. It's good.
Yeah, facts. And brother MDZ, I saw that quick message about the pickup artistry. Yeah, bro, it's real game is not about pickup artistry or whatever. It's like the true understanding of female nature and know what women are looking for and know how to really just hold a conversation. That's what it really boils down to. So, like, I'm with brother Cody on that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with grabbing your passport and traveling and seeing the world. I encourage it. You should go out, not just for the women, just so you can see these other cultures. You can see actually how backwards we are here in America. We think we got all this freedom and everything else. Now, here's the thing. I love America. I'm not trying to live anywhere else. I'm not trying to deal with any other legal system. So when I do travel, I make sure I adhere to the laws. I'm not trying to get caught up nowhere, but I do love to travel. I do love to see what's going on in the real world. Speaking of traveling, Brother Mandrell has seen the world. Brother Mandrell, tell us how much you love Africa. Please don't use too many 4-letter words. Tell us how much you love Africa.
Man, don't play with me, DL. Africa. You could have literally named any other place, any other Africa. No, man, and everybody wants to go there.
No,
I want to go see Africa. Do you? Just saying. They don't know. They don't know. That place is crazy, man.
Yes,
Cody.
Yes.
There's no fucking chance, bro.
Don't go to Africa,
even just
man.
the mosquitoes, bro. I'm not going for
I'm telling you, don't go to Africa, man.
No, man. Come back with some fucking flies living in my skin. Fuck
right.
That,
you're your own sleep. You wake up and then there's a monkey. There's a monkey walking around your room. You just climb through the window and gets in there. No one says anything. It's fine.
That's real though. And
there's little monkeys.
I fucking hate monkeys, dude.
I'm just saying.
I hate them. And you see these things like in Thailand, where these groups of these fuckers will run up, like steal people's food, bite them. They kill like groups of dogs. They kill children in the streets in India. Monkeys are evil, dude.
Yes, you are. Like I got into the conversation today. See, he's like, the guy was like, yeah, because we were talking about diet. He's like, you don't need protein. I said, you absolutely need protein. That's one of the first macronutrients you need. You need proteins, fats, sugars.
Trying to do anything online with like the health and fitness space, bro, is like trying to give yourself a stroke and a heart attack. It's literally like, you might as well take a fucking cheese grater to your cock. It's so painful trying to get past all these fucking vegans and other idiots, dude. It's it's disgusting. It's to the point where I don't bother. The stuff I say, people would blow their mind anyway. So,
oh my god, you just blew mine right there. Like, dude, what with a cheese drink? What the hell y'all talking about?
It's just as painful, I'm sure.
Yeah, boy. Brother 90s is in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you. Like MDZ is saying, don't tell the pickup artist that. LOL. They straight up haters. They might be, bro. They might be, man. But brother Mandrell, man, what's your take on travel, man? Should men travel and kind of experience that? Experience the world a little bit.
They should experience the world. I mean, they do say travel broadens the mind. I'm a firm believer in that. It does. Absolutely, it does. People who travel the world tend to not be a jerk off after they had so many trips. You know what I mean? They get enlightened to certain things, to different ways of life and things like that. They become more tolerant and acceptant. And they accept other people's point of views and their cultures and stuff like that, which if that culture is not hurting anybody, what do I care?
You appreciate it a lot more too, right, man?
Yeah. Now, but the passport bros, they understand that if you're lame over here, the women consider you lame over here, you're going to be lame over there, just in a different language. You have to change you. You still, no matter where you go, you still gotta find your tribe. If you're a guy who likes science and programming and video games, and we know that most women don't, what makes you think it's gonna be any different in any other country? It's not. They're still women.
For sure, dude. Like, if you're the only time that I could see it really actually, let's say, by far more beneficial if you don't have game and looks and all that kind of stuff to take off overseas, if you're fully relying on your wallet, right? And at that point, like, you don't need to travel to go do that because you're just paying for it anyway. Why don't you just order one, have her shipped over? You can't pretend like that's not a thing that's been going on since before we were born.
Yeah, that's a fact. And Mandrell, Jay Swans is in the chat, man. He's showing
Jay Swans, what's going on? I've been meaning to call that guy.
Man,
I really am. I say get around to it.
Well, we see your punk ass, man, Joe. We got something for you, man. Just so you know, man.
I heard that.
Don't know about.
I heard that.
I mean, casual germ, man. It's good to take a break from life and travel internationally. Absolutely. I see your Uncle Luke 1980s. Mandrell is my oldest brother's name. And salute to my passport bros. International dating is the way to go. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I love traveling. The first time I came across a woman from Colombia, I was in Aruba. And bro, like, it just blew my mind. And whenever I travel, South Korea, Japan, Europe, like when I was in, London, I was having some great conversations. China, not so much. I couldn't wait to get out of China. I wasn't even talking to nobody in China, like a whole different kind of world.
Yeah, it's a whole another planet. That God, the food, even the street food. Here's why they call it street food, people in China, because whatever's crawling about, they grab and eat. I mean,
ain't lying.
Their toilets is just a hole in the ground. It's just
yeah. Even in the Middle East, I can remember the first time I went to Saudi Arabia. This was during Desert Storm. We were in KKMC, like we were just like, in Riyadh, and in the mall, and I'm walking and I can hear some woman behind me, some young beautiful voice. I could tell she was beautiful just by the voice, y'all. But she was wearing a ninja suit, man. She had the burqa on, And she's like, "So, are you from America?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I immediately turn around to talk to her, and she's like, "Don't look at me, turn the other way." So I turn back around, and it was kind of weird, but we had a great conversation. She was like, "Where do you live in the States?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm from Ohio. I live in Cincinnati. Have you ever been to Miami?" At the time, I'd never been. I'm like, "No, but I want to go." She's like, we have a place in Miami. I love America." I mean, it was just perfect English, no accent, hardly. Beautiful young woman. It was a great time. And then we met some locals, and we had to get one of the Palestinian guys who were like on our base to translate for us. That experience for an 18-year-old guy from Cincinnati, it opened me up. Like, I really want to go see the world. What was your first experience like, Mandrill? Because, well, you were 18 X-ray, so shit. Your first time overseas, you probably was on a mission.
I was. I was looking around, man. I was like, I mean, as soon as we stepped off the plane, it was like, ooh wee, it's hot. You know what I mean? So, but no, it's first time. It was a trip, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember thinking to myself, I'm on the other side of the planet. I'm on the opposite side of the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so I was kind of excited about that, you know, and but when I went on my overseas trip to go visit a place, you know, that was a different story. That was a different experience, you know. I went to Italy, you know, Sicily in particular, and I went to Rome. I did that whole tour of Rome thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I went there. I went back to the UK because I've been there before. I plan on going to Australia, and I've been to South America a few times.
Yeah, me too. And Brother Cody, what's the extent of your travel experience, bro?
A lot of Europe. I mean, obviously, I've been down to you guys in the States, but I liked it a lot. My biggest thing I noticed traveling a lot of other countries was how much more calm and friendly everybody else is, even in Canada, right? We're considered pretty fucking, you know, friendly up here, polite and all that kind of stuff, but even like to a stranger, how much more open and friendly everybody was, and welcoming to, like, if you were being introduced to other, it was multiple folds different. It was way different. That's the main thing I noticed. Everybody's way less stressed, way less anxiety. I think that's everybody's way more happy than they are in North America, despite having, like, let's say they're poorer and lower income housing.
That's true. And the education level, man, I think that the quality of conversation is way higher. Yeah, when you travel.
Yeah,
not that I'm hating on my kinfolk. Not that I'm hating on my fellow Americans, but boy, we're stupid over here, bro.
I am. I'm hating on
it's embarrassing. If you get, like, so even when I was in school, and like, we're not as bad as you guys. Not that I'm saying Canada's fucking great for our education system, but like, if we got one of these German super soldiers, you know, the Hitler Youth coming over, like we used to get when we were in the exchange students in school, and the kid can speak like fucking 8 languages at 14.
Yep.
It does math like a calculator and all this. And this is every single one that's coming in here. It's like, okay, we're not up to par. We are vastly being underdone here by the other education systems, to the point where it's kind of embarrassing. You know, you're thinking that this kid is going to be similar par to you and the rest of your class. No, not even close.
That is so true. Uncle Luke in the chat, man, I've highlighted this one for a little bit. He's like, he does have some concerns about the passport bros. He just don't want the Pookies and Ray Rays going over there and ruining these people.
Oh, man, listen, Pookies and Ray Rays can't afford it. No, that's why they ain't going. No, they can't.
Bro, there's a couple of them over there.
No, I agree with Mandrell. Like, you have to have your passport. You have to be able to afford to travel. Like, obviously, you're going to get some dirtbags with money, maybe some drugs. You know, they might go off and have a good time. But the average dude who does it has to be, like, somewhat got his shit together. Can't have a criminal record, right? Can't you have to have your passport. You have to have everything all lined up. Traveling's not cheap. It cost me like $5,000 a flight to fly back and forth from France. So it's expensive. Yeah. And that was just the flights, you know?
Yeah.
They'll make their way down to Tijuana, though.
I plan to at some point here, yeah.
Why would you want to go to Mexico?
Tijuana, man.
Why not?
It's scary.
That's another one.
It's scary. It's scary.
Tijuana, yeah, Tijuana crazy, man.
Yeah, all of Mexico is bad.
Huh?
Isn't that one of the resort towns? I have a buddy who's trying to get me to come to Mexico City. Has been for years.
Yeah, not Tijuana. Tijuana's a border town, bro. Like right, just south side of the border in San Diego. Tijuana's rough, bro. Like you gotta be careful down there. You might want to go down to Acapulco or something like that and hit a resort and stay on the reservation. Don't leave the reservation. You know, it's kind of like going to Jamaica.
They like to play Snatch and American down there, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's wild. And no one's gonna do a single thing about it.
Now they might do something for you, Cody.
No. Well, he has a different embassy.
I don't know if I would do it. If I see like 8-9 Mexican dudes with guns loading somebody up into a car, I might just keep my mouth shut too. You know,
I'm exactly what I'm gonna do.
Man, I'm turning around.
That's exactly what I'm gonna tell you. Exactly.
What guy? What do you mean?
Like I ain't see nothing, bro. So you gotta be careful. But traveling, but that's the beauty of traveling. So you learn these sort of things. You know where not to go. You know, like, this doesn't look good. Get out of here. Your spidey senses will go off. Man, my ghetto sense goes off. It gets to tingling. I'm out of there, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Let's get your stuff. You know what I mean? You didn't pay. Yo, here's 100 pesos. I'm out. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'll keep the change. I'm out of here. So, but you learn that by traveling. And, you know, here in America, bro, what gets me is how people just don't even travel in America. America has like some beautiful places to go see. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, I know people that I've come up with that I live in, you know, I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio. There's people that I grew up with that won't even cross the river over into northern Kentucky. Ain't nothing over there for me. Like, are you high? It's you haven't even crossed the river. They barely leave the neighborhood. So, you know, I can't imagine going through a whole life and not exploring or seeing anything, not even in your own state. It's crazy.
It's kind of sad because you guys have a lot of actual like livable country, like more livable than we do. Like we got, in theory, we got more landmass, sure, but a lot of that shit's cold as
I'm about to say, it's
you don't want to be there.
No,
so you guys can at least like it's all sunshine no matter where you go. At least for you know the upper Midwest, I guess, right? But
man, flyover country in America is beautiful. I mean, there's so many places to go just to drive across the country, man. And you can take a week to drive across the country and just stop. And Americans, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Americans are good people. Like when you're just out and about, away from the mainstream, just talking to folks, Americans are good people. Now, you got to be careful. Now, you might drive up into a situation. You got to be careful. But, you know, my experience with Americans have been good. I mean, always good. I've never had any bad experiences. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. I wish more people would do, especially people who look like me. Black folks, man, y'all need to get out here and travel. Oh, man, we got a super chat. Uncle Luke is showing love in his joint. $20 super chat. Here's a donation to the great live stream, brothers, by the way. I remember you, D.O., from the early days of the Fresh and Fit podcast. Also, thank you for your service. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. One more Don DeMarco for you, man. I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with my brothers over there, Myron and Fresh, man. I love the daytime shows. I don't like the nighttime shows as much anymore. The quality of a woman has kind of fallen off a little bit. Every now and then they'll have a good show, but for the most part, I don't watch it. But the daytime shows, man, when they're talking about, you know, building yourself up, building your credit up, building your finances up, building your body up, those are absolutely great shows. I wish these young men would watch that more often. They skip over that. They just want to see the train wreck at night, but they skip over, you know what I mean? The jewels, the gems that are being dropped by Myron and Fresh. You know what I mean? So, but man, Drill, you jumped up here. I'm sure you had something to say, man. I want to let you get what you came up here to say, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta cook dinner for my daughter.
Yeah, I don't know what this white pill thing is.
The clear pill?
Yeah, that one.
Oh man, it's nothing. It's dude trying to come up. It's a money grab. I would let Brother Cody explain it, but then, you know, we'll get kicked off of YouTube because the colorful words he'll use. But it's basically a guy who uses the red pill tenets in his own life. This is just my take on it. I believe he used the red pill tenets in his own life to get his own self together. And now he's trying to find a way to sell it to a group of people who don't like the harshness of the red pill. And they're tired of being the blue pill beta and losing. So he's trying to repackage the red pill in a way that he can get, you know, get some coaching and, you know, get some counseling and sell his books and stuff like that. That's my take on it.
I got a
Yeah.
similar one. I think he's like, let's say he is red pill, like you say, Dio. I think he's using that knowledge to be predatory, to manipulate and play upon the emotions of these beta boys, these soy boys, and these females who are so propagandized against anti-red pill, right? Just like I said, if you're not red pill, you're forced to blue pill kind of thing. It's by default a lot of people that quote unquote don't like red pill because of what they've heard of, you know, stuff like what the dude says. I think he's using that emotional aspect as a predatory thing to suck them up, get those views and those likes and that emotional pandering that he's gonna feed off of. That's my take on it.
That's a good take, bro. That's a good take. We only got halfway through the video. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. Probably do part 2 tomorrow. We only got halfway through the video because I got fed up. Cody was blowing up in the chat. They're like, what the? And I'm just listening to this guy like, but at the end of the day, I believe he means well, even though he's trying to make money off of it. I do believe he's trying to help men. And it's funny, we talk about this, right? It's the men who need the help. Women aren't struggling like this, bro. And I'm not saying that to make women look a certain kind of way. I love women as great. I'm glad they're not struggling like this, but the men are definitely struggling, man. And I see it day in and day out here in Tampa, when I go down to Miami, when I'm in Atlanta, when I'm in DC. These dudes are really struggling with these women. And anybody who's going to do anything to help one guy, I'm cool with. You just help one dude get better, then I'm cool with. So that's what that was about, Emmanuel. You have to go back and watch Team Replay.
All right, I have no problem with that. I actually like your content. Listen, man, fellas, you again. If women are calling you lame and all that stuff, you still gotta find your tribe. You still gotta find a woman with common interests. You know what I'm saying? Because your foreign wife, y'all ain't gonna have a lot of shared life experience, so it's gonna be difficult enough. You might have a language barrier. There's that. She's not gonna know how to do much when she gets here. Foreign land. You got to teach her.
Facts.
Are you able to do that? No? Then leave it alone. Because you ain't ready. You know, so you actually have to take care of that woman. Whereas a woman here, she can get a job, she knows her way around. You ain't got to tell her everything. But yeah, y'all keep playing that game like it's sweet. Y'all still playing. I think a lot of them still playing, DL. A lot of them still playing.
They're playing.
They're not responsible.
And they don't know the rules.
Right. They don't know the rules. They're not responsible. Yeah, go overseas and get you a foreign wife. All right. You do know that they scheme too, right?
Boy. And how? So, man,
women be women, bro.
I'm saying they're still women.
Women are women.
Right.
Man.
Right, Cody. They're still women, man.
They still
you ain't
women.
getting around that.
And while we got you, we got you on the big box, right? So we're focused on you, man, Joe. Tell everybody where they can find you and what you're doing, man. I love your channel with the fitness, man. I'm waiting to see more of the Hua high speed stuff, man. When we gonna get into the home protection, the Green Beret stuff? We can do it on this channel. We can get you over here, man. We can talk about different type of weapons and home protection and all that. But tell everybody what you're doing and where they can find you.
Okay, I have my own YouTube channel now called The Big Picture. You can look up The Big Picture 211. I'll put a link to it in the chat. So right now I'm doing a series on fitness. What I've done is because I'm an online personal trainer as well, right? So one way to advertise my services is to prove that my system works. Who better to prove that my system works than on me? You know what I'm saying? So I gained a whole bunch of weight on purpose. And now I'm in the process of losing it. It's a total body transformation. And you guys get to see everything, every workout that I do, every exercise that I do, how many sets and reps. I'm going to let you know that. The stuff I'm eating, the whole nine, how long it's taking me. And yeah, so start watching. I'm doing interviews with people about diet and nutrition. I just did an interview with Mr. Bennett. We went through his diet routine, and why he does things. I think this Friday we got Jay Speed. Next week we got the World Class because he's a vegan for whatever reason. I don't understand that. Right. I don't understand that, man. I mean, I
didn't know he was gay. That's wild. He's always hitting on Shushu. I didn't think.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I like to eat beef. I like to eat, wild boar. I like to eat game meat. Wild duck. I like venison. Buffalo.
Sausage.
Yes.
It all tastes like rabbit. It all tastes like chicken.
I don't eat sausage.
Ooh, pause on that.
When
I don't eat sausages.
when's the military releasing the super serum, Mandrell?
Oh, they're not releasing it to everybody
Come
else.
on,
No,
bro.
they can't do that. They're not doing it. You know, listen. You know how people, crazy people, go if they had that.
I would get it right away. 100%.
I would get it too. I would too. If the Captain America joint, yeah, I would.
Yeah,
100%.
wouldn't nobody have a problem.
I'm
Nobody
taking
have a
two.
problem with the jab then, would they? Well, you get what
No.
super serum? That'd be a long line.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
50% chance of death. I don't even care. Let's do it.
it? Exactly.
That's what's up, man, Joe. So I appreciate it, bro. And brother Cody, what are your last words, man? What are your final thoughts on this? And then we'll wrap this up so I can go feed my child.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for having me up. I think it's all silly, dude. Like, all these different color pills. I think it's all just part of the manipulation game to suck out more attention and money out of people. Because, like I said before, it's just red and blue. This is like there's reality, and then there's delusions. What you choose to do with the information of reality is up to you. You could be a miserable fuck with it. You could be a happy-go-lucky guy. You know, it does not matter. The references he's making, connecting all this shit, that's him projecting that shit as far as I'm concerned. Or maybe he's seen it online and he's choosing to single out that aspect. That's
Exactly what he's doing.
right.
My man, Cody. Cody, I gotta have you. Like Cody, I gotta have you on my show, man.
You say that a lot, but I've never got an invite, and then he tries to give me shit for not coming up. So
Oh no, look. I dropped the link. You'll never come up and say nothing. Ask some questions.
just dropping the link. It doesn't say link for Cody.
Okay, cool. I was singling you out. In fact, fuck
Your
that,
guests
forget
might not like
you know,
me, bro.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have Cody as the interview at the World Class because at the World, I do that interview with World Class. I'm gonna be out of town.
So I'm gonna have to go anti-vegan. I'm gonna have to take like full carnivore.
Yeah, but you got time to power up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I'll be going there next week. You know what I'm saying? And then that following week after that, yeah, you be ready.
We can see what you can do. You might get taken off, just so you know.
Hey, it's not monetized. It's still young. I ain't worried to
Okay.
say what you want at this point.
Hidden health
Bro.
secrets coming soon.
Hey, I am going to be watching that show because that is going to be great. It's either going to be the most brilliant thing we ever seen in the world, or it's going to be a train wreck. Either way,
Of epic proportions, dude. Of epic
Either
proportions.
way.
It's gonna be one extreme or the next. It can't be anywhere in between.
nowhere in between. I'm gonna be standing right there with my popcorn. Like, this is awesome. Just like that little boy in The Incredibles. It kept seeing her do incredible stuff. That was
That
awesome.
was awesome. Yeah, right.
Oh
Yeah,
man. So
man.
fellas, thanks for coming up here, man. I'm definitely gonna do this more. I got people be like, man, you don't be dropping link as much. And I'm like, because I'm picky as to who I like have up here. But you know, you boys are always welcome on this platform because you're always dropping gems, and we need that. We need these young guys to see older guys and have these conversations. They're like, all right, we see what time it is, and you know, ain't no grift over here, man. We gonna get y'all the real uncut. You feel me? We gonna get it to you like we get it. You know what I mean? We ain't stepping on it or nothing. So that's a reference to some of you people who's in the streets. I see you out there doing your thing. So fellas, thanks for coming up, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Probably see y'all tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow talking about. I'll probably do part 2 to this because we didn't get to finish, and it was like almost half. We only got like halfway through. So I'm gonna do a part 2 tomorrow to this, and then you know, we'll be done. But man, I tell you what, that clear pill, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Cody, Captain Dick Pills, bro.
You like
I'm
that?
saying, man. Hey, yeah.
Hey, that is so hilarious. And then what last time it was
Sir Brixabitch. Sir Brixabitch.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Brixabitch.
yeah, brings a bitch.
Oh, that was hilarious, man. You
That
gotta
was.
keep that name. And
I try to make it interesting, you know.
oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But yeah, man, they said the little shorty, this may have all been a hoax down there in Texas. I'm waiting for police reports and see what the final say is on that. And
That's sorry. That's
No, go
the
ahead.
vibe I got, bro. Right away. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this chick seems like she's lying. The story sounds wild and fake. Like it's just not too much doesn't add up, you know.
yeah, the streets are saying she injected saline solution into her face, and that's where the swelling came
I heard
from.
that. Yeah.
And apparently she has a background in the medical field. And I guess that footage of her sitting in the emergency room, well,
Yeah.
she was just in a clinic and they were there to drain that out for her.
Right.
Again, that's just what the streets is talking. That's what they saying. We'll
DL, if you've fallen on the ground before, right? Or even like brushed up against a brick building,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get a skin abrasion just brushing up against it. How she didn't even
Yes.
scar her makeup, dog. Fuck right out. of here.
Exactly. You're 100% correct. And like you see, and people, Y'all need to understand that. And a lot of people don't go outside, so y'all don't know what we're talking about here. But those red bricks or any kind of brick that's uneven, it's not smooth, when it rubs against your face, it's going to scratch. Even if it's just little small scratches, it's going to get scratched. If someone hurls that thing and it hits you, it's cutting your skin. It's going to be blood. All right.
If I
There's
hit you
going
with
to
my
be blood.
fist, there's going to be
Yes.
a red mark and abrasion on your skin. It's something. For her to not even scuff her makeup, come on.
And again, it was well over $45,000. I think she got GoFundMe's and growing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
listen. You see a sucker, take a sucker. At this point. At
But
this
you know-
point. At this point,
but-
DL, that's where I'm at with it.
but you know what the thing that gets me, man, was really bad about this whole thing. You had the chick in your state that saw the baby on the interstate at night, and then you got this woman right here.
There was a
Everyone is going to
thing.
become cynical though. But the point is this: driving down the street, you might see someone who's really in need, and you're not going to help them. So
I don't
now,
help them. I see people in need, and I don't. I drive right past them.
And that's unfortunate because that shouldn't. And this is what I mean by people are more friendly in other countries, because it's not that people aren't good everywhere. The majority of people, I truly believe, are good. It's just
Yeah.
the majority of people over here
Yeah.
are over defensive because they're so
And-
scared all the time.
There you go. See, I'm a good person, but if I don't know
But
you,
it's a dumb idea to risk your life for
exactly.
soccer,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I got too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
to lose. That's a fact.
it's because people, what the people have done here, like we heard reports about like people would like fake being on the side of the road with a flat tire, but then if someone pulls over to help, they rob them.
Right.
You know
And
what I mean?
you-
So I'm
you
just like,
hear-
yep, I ain't
you
helping
hear
nobody
about
because I'm
stories-
finna kill you. Listen, I'm walking away.
But you'll hear a story like
I'm
that.
going home.
You'll hear a story like that 10 million times, Mandrell, on the media versus you'll almost never, maybe once every couple of years, hear a story about somebody stopping to help Buddy with his tire on the side of the road.
Exactly,
It's a
and it's
certain
intentional. It's
Direction
intentional.
is pitched. right?
Yeah, it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. My brother Lincoln Banks in the building. What's good? Dallas in the building. I see you, fam. Welcome. Lady Navoa came through again. She's like, man. Hey, what's good, sis? I see you.
What's up, Lady Navoa?
fellas, again, thank you guys for that. When we do the final show on the Brick Lady, man, I'm definitely gonna hit both of y'all up. I would love to have y'all on there, but I'm just waiting on the police reports out of Houston. They have to say something. It's a national story now, so they have to say something. And we're just waiting on I'm just waiting on that. So when that happens, I'm gonna hit y'all up, man. Hopefully you guys will be able to join me, and we're gonna have some fun with that. We'll get Sir Bricks a bitch up here and see how it goes.
But so do you see DL how like that plus that other one where that chick supposedly disappeared but was really on vacation? Like those are used as propaganda to push one narrative. It's the anti-man narrative, right? That's the woman saying she got hit with a brick when she didn't. It's the only thing that it does is try to push hatred on men. That was the whole purpose of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to push back on that, bro. It's really hard for me to push back.
It's propaganda as far as I'm concerned. It's social programming. Because did you see the responses she got from all these betas and women, and even like misguided dudes thinking that they're being protective, whatever. It's designed to get that, and it was dishonest and just disingenuous. And you see stuff like this all the time with the fake attacks and all this kind of shit. I think that's a perfect example of what I always talk about, how it's the propaganda designed to push this narrative. And despite the fact that it was fucking fake to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? I think we're going to see that a lot.
I can't push back, bro.
That's why I'm sitting here quiet. That's why I'm sitting here quiet. I can't. Yeah, Cody got us. When he's
Can't
right,
push
he's right. Can't push back.
Can't push back on that one. Jay Swans is like, don't be mad at her. Laugh at the fools that send her money. Remember, there's a sucker born every minute. Facts, but it just
I like
sucks.
this guy.
There's gonna be
this guy,
people
Jay.
out there who need help, and they're not gonna get the help now because we're all so cynical.
Not waiting
We're
on
all
me,
thinking
man.
like cops. We're all like, nope, there's a hustle going on, and it's sad but true.
It's always
but
the
like-
predators crying victim, dude. You ever notice that?
Ain't it though? It's because we're predators. It's always somebody else's fault. I got a problem. Even when he goes solo and say, I got a problem. I'm sick.
Yeah.
You sick? That's all right, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and fix you. I'm gonna fix you right on up right now.
Yeah, we got you right behind Old Yeller. Why don't you come on down here in about 15 minutes? We got Old Yeller. We gonna fix you.
I got the cure.
Right, I got the cure. Right,
The cure right here. only costs $5. You know how? Why is
Sig
ammo
Sauer.
still going up, man? Why is ammo
Hey.
still going up, bro?
Ukraine.
I mean,
Quit
we'll talk
buying
about that too.
Quit buying that expensive new stuff. It's all about the Russian surplus. Actually, I guess that's probably going too nowadays, huh?
Nah, that's North Korean. That's Chinese via North Korean surplus now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's where it's all coming from. But that's a whole nother conversation. Brother Mandrill, I'm gonna hit you up because I want to talk about the situation in Ukraine. I want to talk because a lot of people don't understand what we're doing and why it is. Hey, y'all, that is the last of the Cold War. I think that's the last battle of the Cold War, in my opinion. So we'll get that going. Fellas, I appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you so much. And we'll be doing this again soon. And don't forget, y'all, I got downrange politics. That site is up and running now. So I'll be hitting up y'all chats and so you can see it. But Downrange has its own platform now. Just know it's no longer over here. Downrange has its own pod where they talk politics all the time. So yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna drop you guys down, man. I appreciate you, fellas. I really do. Anything else before I let you go? Is that it? All right, cool.
That's
cool.
it.
Cool. Brother Cody, thanks again, bro, for always coming through. You got people jealous, man. They mad at me. How come Cody come on your platform? You don't come on mine. I'm like, oh no, ask Cody. So I appreciate you,
DL got
brother.
the sauce, bro.
Wow, I appreciate that, man. I really do. Thank you. Like DL got this house. I appreciate that, bro. So we'll see you soon, man. I'm pretty sure we'll see you tomorrow, man. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna holler at you.
Peace.
Peace. And I really do appreciate my brothers, man. Mandrill, my brother Cody is king. So Sir Brick's a bitch. Woo, boy. Yeah, it is what it is. This is what we keep doing. We're gonna keep bringing this up. You know, Uncle Luke, I was talking about earlier about not watching the after hours, and Uncle Luke was saying, yeah, he can't do the after hours no more on Fresh and Fit. The early shows are good, but the night shows are just low IQ. We older and we don't want to hear all that foolishness at night. Facts, bro. But it doesn't mean we don't love Myron and Fresh, man. Those are my guys. You know what I mean? I still shout out for what they built and what they're doing. I just can't rock with the late night stuff, but I do love the early shows. MDZ 1986, he think the Passport Bros understand that they need game, and that's why they don't bring them back to the U.S. Some do, bro. You're taking a chance. You taking a chance. And that's Mandrill's link in the chat. Please go over there and subscribe to his channel. His fitness channel is off the chain, guys, for real. If you want to get your body together, who better than a Green Beret to show you how to get it done? He got fat, ate all that pizza on purpose, and now he's losing all the weight. He's showing you the workouts. Please, please, please go support Brother Mandrill. And yeah, Brother Jay Swans was saying, don't be mad at, yeah, it is a sucker born every minute. You know what I mean? So that's everything. I gotta go, y'all. I went longer than I wanted to. I went 30 minutes longer, but I love the content. I love the conversation we were having, and I couldn't stop. And I gotta stop now because I gotta feed my daughter. She's standing over here. She's about to start throwing stuff at me. I gotta go make her favorite turkey burgers because she loves ground turkey burgers. It is what it is, and some fries. I'm about to get on that right now. And I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Look for Downrange Podcast. We'll be up sometime tomorrow morning, probably around 11 or 12 noon. I'll have something on Downrange. Remember, I put Downrange in the chat earlier, so you guys can come check us out. MDZ, thank you, bro. I appreciate you coming through, man. Keep coming through. We're going to keep talking about this sort of thing on I Really Want to Know podcast. We're also going to be talking about other stuff, man. I got some shows coming up, man. I'm still trying to get this submarine sailor, salesman to talk about personal submersibles, but that obviously that business is kind of having troubles right now with interest rates going crazy and all that. We're going to talk about what's going on in the auto market. Have you guys been looking at Bitcoin and crypto? Last time I checked, Bitcoin was under 25. I didn't check today, so I don't know where it is right now. We're going to be talking about that. That's what this platform is about. I really want to know. We're going to be checking all that stuff, man. So, you know, keep coming through. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. We're going to be talking history, all sorts of stuff. We're going to get Brother Rook up here to talk about some real history and talk about real travel and stuff like that. Actually, Rook's going to come over. Next time you see him on here, we're going to be talking about the Illuminati. I know y'all want to hear about that. I don't know when that show is going to happen, but be looking at the thumbnails. As soon as Brooke gets an hour or two free, we're going to come over and we're going to talk about it, y'all. So appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for rocking out with me. I really do. This has been amazing. I'm DL Saint. This is the I Really Want to Know podcast, and we are out. Peace.
Ooh. like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.